Oh! We are a whopping 54 minutes early. I know, like just killing it. All that. But the reason why we've started just a tinge earlier is because I'm doing this, and I thought, why not bring you guys along on the ride, i.e. the most exciting RNG thing ever. Let me tell you guys, I feel like one of those old people who are at the slot machines, just soulless at this point. You know, just pulling the lever and just feeling nothing anymore. No excitement, no nothing. It's just become a feeling of like a husk, like a gross, disgusting nonsense thing. Anyways, just a little bit cold. I should put my whole fucking. I was gonna put it over my arm, but that's gonna look dumb. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's see.
Catman 11,234 said, "Shout out Grin. He's way cooler than that Grin.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Frost,
Yeah, fix it. Wasn't that bad?
Guy we had yesterday.
What a little bitch. What a little rat. Yes, I fixed it. It wasn't that bad. It was simply going into the Google account and being like, why did this toggle off? Am I get hacked? I mean, but let us see. God damn it, guys. I am so excited. God, by the way, it is finally getting into autumn, and my Canadian withered soul is on fucking over 9,000 happy, my man. No, it's garbage. I hate you. Get away from me. Nope. That's ass. But this one is also attack. Now, some would say we should go for Havoc first. Attack could kind of be applied to anything, so I kind of like to have attack. Yeah. I don't know what the convergence is. I don't know if it's that good, but hopefully it's not, like, crippling as far as, like, attack versus elemental efficiency kind of thing. But, yeah. Let us unlock this. Boom. Tone. Oh, critical damage. That's not bad at all. And the energy recharge. That's also not bad. You can have some more, you gluttonous fiend. I'll push you all the way to 20. There. And all that. Yep. Tune. Oh, basic attack damage. Not bad for Rover. And attack it's fine attack. Shit. It's okay. I think it's worth it to see what it's all about. Let's pump it to the next little bit. Bang. Let's see. Hi. It's HP. Anyways. Okay. That one will equip. Sure. Let's try to find a different thing. We'll lock that because these can be potentially not the worst. Although lock them is not really relevant anymore because you could just, like, the sorting in this is insane. You can sort everything you want, so it's not a very, important thing. But we need to find a different monster. We have this thing, which could be possibly exactly what we want. Maybe not, though. Let's see. Yep, tune. How's y'all's day been, by the way? This is what I was going to do before the stream. Ooh, Resonator Steel damage, not the worst. It's a little bit specific. Attack percent is also not great. If you can give me one critical rate, son, I'll push you to the edge. But until then, attack percent, it's not the worst. These two could be critical damage. We don't know. Okay. 7-9 flat. It's not the worst. If it's HP, then we'll bail. This. Let's. Oh, and then this, and then 1 second. Oh, wait. Is the music too loud? By the way, like the game sound. A little bit.
Anime_Fantilda said, "Oh my god, I just pulled Raiden Shogun with 40 pity ingestion."
Oh! Basic attack again! Actually, not again, but we might rock that too. We might just say, yeah, fuck it. Put that on, slap it on, call it good. But you got Raiden Shogun in one pull, you say? Hot damn! Better comes in here with free Diddy. Oh my god. What a horrible thing to come in here with. Damn. Oh, critical damage. Let's go. Okay, guys, got pulled it through at the end there. It's not crazy. It would be cool if it was critical rate of some kind, but we take that. Oh, I forgot. It has to be a 1. Yikes. Okay, so what is this one? This one is havoc damage, specifically critical damage, critical rate, and energy recharge. This one is critical damage, energy recharge, basic attack, and then flat deck and HP. I think that one might beat out this. That, attack percent, basic attack, and critical damage. I think that
Lone
beats
Syndicate
you.
said, Grin using tuners, who are you and what have you done with my hoarder of a friend Grin?
Listen, I wanted to play a different character than we have. Yeah. Yes. Equip that, I think. Okay, so now we're looking for, sorry, I made a mistake. We need to look for a 1-star, so we can actually do that just by doing that. Bang, and it keeps all of my stuff, so we're looking for attack percent. And that's kind of it. We're still got the set on it, good. And we just dumping points into this again. Ho, Anifan, Catman, and Lone, as well as Nong, as well as Better, as well as all y'all. Thank y'all for being here. How is your day been? The time that we've been away, I have been actually trying to read light novel things to understand just what that is. Just like the whole writing thing. Also, we got critical rate, not bad at all. But will our luck stay with us? You know, when it has good enough stats that we will push it 2 levels. Words. Oh, critical damage. Okay. It's not feeding into it multiple times, which is sad. This is not bad. Even if it's like we shit the bed right now, it's not the worst. And also having something that's like 1-star is actually the best. Like having a 1-star or like a 1 power rating thing that has it's pretty cracked. It's defense. I shouldn't. It is percentage though, so we win some. But let's equip that.
Catman 11,234 said Overlord light novel is top tier. Zeshi is baby.
I do have to read the Overlord light novel. I do know that. But to me, I'm specifically trying to find Cat. I'm like I wanted to get into like writing because I do so much like script writing essentially within my YouTube stuff, and I just love writing. I love storytelling so much. So I wanted to kind of do that in a way as a way for me to like get away from story writing. But then also kind of stay near story writing, if that makes any sense. Anyways, point is I wanted to do that, so I started to write, but then I found out that it was like, I just felt like my writing was getting like sloshy a little bit, like it just wasn't making sense. It was kind of like, sounded like a kid being like, and this happened, and then this happened, and it was just bad. So then I started reading this book that helped you kind of grind out how to write to make a good story, not necessarily to write fancy, which I liked. I like that take on it. So now I'm basically just I'm trying to find like really good writing specific, not like storytelling. I want to know like, I want to find a novel or something that does a really good job about like painting a picture in your brain. Not like the ups and downs of like the character development, but just like written. How is it written in a way that makes people understand it? It's able to be like read easily, things like that. So I found a bunch of them. I found Musoki Tensei, whatever the
Anime_fan Tilda said I have 20 pulls for Hu Dao if she ever comes out in 5 days or next month, hopefully next month, so I can get a 5-star if I don't get her.
Ooh man, if you're going for Hu Tao, I would highly advise C2. I know people always fight me on this, but I think she's a complete character at C2. At C1 it just feels like you're just buying time to be out of stamina. But also maybe each expansion has given you more and more stamina that where like it's just chill, but yeah. That's why I felt.
McFlufferkin said I decided to check out the modding scene for Zenless, and wound up finding the concept art for Piper. Hopefully they consider using the design for a future character.
Damn, I don't know.
She looked pretty cool.
I know it.
Catman 11,234 said Grin. A novel with the greatest writing I've ever read, and I've read it, no kidding, 7 times is called Name of the Wind.
Okay.
It's beautifully written. George R.R. Martin praises it.
Okay, so first of all, I will immediately snapshot that because I'm looking for stuff like that. But the book I read, which I quite like, kind of gives a good argument for like there are books written for writers, and then there are books written for readers, and the idea of like the point of a story is for it to create an image in your brain that's clear and that you're like understanding what's happening within the story. So it's almost like a person basically using fancy words to like trail you along, like, and you're like, I'm not really understanding this, or like, what does that word mean? You gotta pause, look it up, stuff like that. I'm not assuming that that's necessarily that, but just that's why I'm kind of looking for like writing that is good storytelling, not good writing. Does that make sense? But I still want to find out like what's a good baseline for writing. So I'm trying to like find that. Essentially, it's really hard to Google that too. It's which is like, what is a book that has really good storytelling without really complex writing? Because I feel like that's like an issue where people can like get really into like the writing becomes like a piece of art, whereas like that's good for the person who loves writing and like knows all of the complex words and all these things. But for a person that's just trying to like sit back, like they always in the book they bring up this author who's the author of Da Vinci Code, who always gets shit for like writing very like just terrible writing, they call it. But yet he's like got like bestsellers like crazy, because regardless of his writing, his capacity to tell a story is just so good. Like he's able to like give you little information bits, and it's just great. You know, it's not overly complex, I guess is the way I phrase it. But I will definitely check that out for sure. Okay, so it is a book written for readers. Okay, perfect. The author created multiple fake languages in the world, and included clues in the writing itself for future events. Awesome. Okay, yeah, so I'll definitely have to check that out. Sweet. Sweet. I just want to like breeze through a couple like chapters. I'm not reading it, to be clear. I'm just like jumping around, trying to see how they pace things out, how they describe when you're jumping into someone else's mind, that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, so we need to get one more 1-star, and hopefully it's not shit. Ice is fine. Oh, no, too much. Too much. We did too much. There. There. But to Fluff's point, I didn't even know there was a modding scene in Zenless. Fluff, holy shit.
McFluffican said tagged you for the Piper concept art. As for the mods, it's mostly safe to do if you just keep it to visual changes, no cheats or bypassing monetization.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd be scared with that shit, man. Not that like you're in trouble or anything, but just like to me, I'd be like, oh. You guys and myself have spent so much money into that game. I don't want to jeopardize it in any capacity, you know? Like, it's one thing to do it with Fallout, because Bethesda seems to be semi-okay with it. But yes, terrified if things go awry. That, we got heavy attack damage, not the worst. Energy recharge is better. Let's put a little bit more in it, and we'll see. Come on, baby. This. Oh, okay, critical damage, save it at the end. Could be better, but we'll put one more 20 in there, and we'll see. Ha-ba-ba. Ha-ba-ba. And ba-ba. Defense. Do we keep going? Potentially this guy could be something good. Heavy damage is relevant for Havoc Rover. Energy recharge is kind of relevant. Critical damage. Pretty cool. Defense. Let's just run it. It's not probably worth to do this because it's such a glutton at the very end, but like it takes so much more enhancement to upgrade to the next thing. Resonator damage, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We'll equip that just because I want to play. It's mainly I'll be honest, it's mainly the reason. All right, so this is all. Oh wait, we have to get our 4-star right. We have to get our 4-star. That's hopefully.
Raidnade said, "Hi Grin, how are you doing tonight, my friend?"
I'm doing good, Raid.
Lone Syndicate said, "I'd say keep going because 3 out of the 4 stats are good."
Ooh, yeah, no, I probably wasn't a bad idea to go that. All right, I'm doing good though. Thank you so much for asking. Let's see if I got any sort of good thing here. I did attack this lady like 1,000 times, so it should be good. We should have a golden goose here. There it is, crit rate, brand new. Let's see. Critical rate is fine, although I don't know if we need critical rate. I think we need critical damage, but we'll see, because we have a lot of critical rate substats, but let's see. Come on, baby, this is the one where it really counts. Tune, defense. Resonator damage, okay. Let's do one more tick, just a little bit more. We'll see, this will be the deciding factor. Nope, okay, kill yourself. Damn you, son of a bitch. Where are we at? This critical rate, and then we have this, another critical rate. We'll lock that as well.
McFlufferkin said, "I would not suggest streaming a modded gacha game unless you used a secondary account for it.
Yes, for sure.
There are ways to hide your UIDs, but even still, no reports of being banned, but better to be safe."
I'm about to say, if you had like a free-to-play account, yeah. If anything, it may be worse because you had theoretically didn't pay for anything. But I feel like burning money. I feel like burning money. Come on, critical damage. Show me critical damage. Please. Yes! It's okay. That's a consolation prize. Good enough for me. Come on, baby. Don't stop now. 20. Go. Ha! It's not bad either. It's not bad either. Hit it in. Click fast. There. Jesus. Convert. Yes. Last. Attack percent. Not bad at all, boyo. Not bad at all. Hell yes. And his critical rate. Equip. We're good. We're good to play with our rover. All right? It's not a name for our dick. Let's relax, okay? But we have a leveled up weapon. We have a leveled up character. And we have every single talent maxed the fuck out except for intro, because who cares? Who cares? Yes. And we have constellations up to 3. Yes. Let's see our boy's stats.
Plan with convention. Then
This.
conquer by ingenuity.
Boom. Let's see. We have a whopping 75 critical rate. Decent. Critical damage could be better. It's 220. Lots of critical rate, though, so that's good. We have energy recharge.
Lone Syndicate said isn't into skill on Havoc Rover good.
Isn't skill? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know who fucking cares. The intro skill is the thing I see the least, I guess. Even though it probably is great, I just don't do it. I should. It's just like, out of all the important things to level up, it's always the last thing I care about. But we have 52% Havoc damage. Not bad. And we have actually a decent amount of attack percent stuff, so that's probably why we don't have as much stuff, but we'll see. Are we going to do good damage with our very hasty making of this character? Which we could definitely optimize if we wanted. How do I do the team thing again? Team, there we go. It's blind. All right, let's go to this, and then we'll do this, and then we will do you.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future.
Time to work.
Anyways, and because I
no
can't...
more lazing around.
Damn it! I don't want to not have a healer, so I think we should have her.
Hopefully, we'll
But
make
she's
some
so
fighting.
good. I just don't want to
Who will
not
be
play with
sitting on
Chang
the
Li,
other
who's
side
also
of the
fully
floor
leveled
this
up, you know?
time?
It feels dumb. But there he is.
McFlufferkin said, the modding method does not put any files into the game's folder directly, has a separate launcher, and has built-in seamless toggles.
Oh, wow. So it's not...
It's been fun to mess around with.
I feel like it'd be such a tempting thing for me to mod Genshin and just like give me the
Lone
characters.
Syndicate said I see GRINN with maxed out skills across the board and think am I behind on leveling my characters, then I think I have a lot more characters leveled, so I guess it balances out.
Yeah, no, I have...
Raid Ned said Grin everyone is saying Shorekeeper is a must pull and him over here broke as hell.
And I'm over here broke as hell. Speak of the devil. Boom. There she is. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, people say she's a must pull, all that stuff. We'll see, okay? We'll see how charming she is in the goddamn thing. Also, should I go for the guns that look absolutely fire, or should I go with this disgusting thing here? Which gives you fucking flat attack. It does give you energy recharge, though. Hey. And it does kind of look like it matches the Shorekeeper. We'll hold off, but I really do like the pistols, and I really do hope that there's a character that's a gunner eventually. But, yes. Let us continue with the story. Before I do that, let me stop being selfish. I've kind of ignored the chat after asking many questions. Let me see. Especially Kat. Kat said something about the books thing, and I wanted to talk to him about it, because, yes, not like read what he said. There's an entire website dedicated to rereading the Name of the Wind books, going chapter by chapter, analyzing each line for its writing style. Ooh, that's good. I'd say keep going out with the thing before toying jumping around in the Name of the Wind book. I highly recommend reading just the introduction chapter. That's give you a taste of the way it is written. Absolutely pulls you in. Awesome. Yeah, no, I definitely I have like a bunch of them that I have set up there, and I'm gonna try to like read a little bit and like try to apply some of the stuff that I seen, because my main thing is like, yeah, basically how to like like, you can just word vomit all over this thing, but, like, it's good to build, like, this is my first time jumping into this, so I think it's a good idea to build good habits from the beginning, rather than building bad habits.
McFlufferkin said again, modding does not allow you to access characters you don't own. It's mostly model swaps, textures, and UI tweaks.
I know, but it's
still not a good idea to stream it unless you kept UIDs
sure.
hidden
But my
from
whole
the
thing
start.
was, like, would it be possible to, like, mod Genshin and have, like, an account with all of the characters on it, so long as it was detached to some kind?
ZZZ update got
Like if you start a
Lucy,
brand new
Piper,
account?
and Caesar's trust rank UPMTO max level, and after doing that I like him even more than I already did. It was so sweet and wholesome.
I didn't get the bit last of that, beginning of that. I see Grin with maxed out skills. No, it was Raid who said this. Grin, everyone is saying Shorekeeper thing. Damn, Grin flexing on me. Not flexing on you, absolutely not. It's just one of the few things where I feel like you guys have basically, like, some of you guys have taken, like, a backseat to Wuthering Waves, which is totally fine. But I've been out here in the trenches, okay? I agree, Fluff. Wrong to stream stuff like that. Yeah, to me, I just wonder if it is possible to, because I can't see how it is not, like, how you can have a mod that messes with the game in some capacity, but you couldn't have a mod that injects like characters data into itself, or into the game essentially. I'm saying if you, like, were to never play a co-op, you were never to, like, it'd be like very specific into what it can let you do. Ooh, 3 to 4K? That's not bad at all. And we're just waiting to summon our weird scythe thing. Oh, our attack speed went crazy. And we also have our Y skill. 13K? Could be better, frankly. But, yeah. I don't know what to really expect. That was without priming up any, like, damage amplifiers as well. So we can get Verena up in here. This. One of these. Bangarang. Also, we got the cool new thing. We can see one of these. Also, apparently, this is where mainly the damage is. Pow! 63K? That's not bad at all. I do feel he feels like a little floaty a little bit. Most of the time because we're in the air. Literally floating with our angel wings. So, yeah. But still, not bad. Just playing Chang-Li, Chang-Li, it makes you feel like you're just a little more like, less floaty, even though she literally is floating most of the time. So, yeah. Oh, I fucking accidentally activated a special charge thing. Damn it. Also, Lone says, ZZZ update got Lucy, Piper, Caesar, trust rank maxed out. Damn! And after doing that, I like them even more than I did. Was so sweet and wholesome. Yeah, I was about to say. Also, aren't you also getting like that special maxed out allegiance cutscene that Fluff and you guys were telling me about when you maxed out a character's like affinity? I smelled like weird shit. Burning toast. No, I'm kidding. I'll be safe to do all streams since it is a separate launcher and injects the mods solely through that. It is easily to accidentally launch it in modded without intent. I see. Lone says, dang, Raid, I thought you would have been done with the story by now. Yeah, I've been slacking too on Wuthering Waves a little bit. Zenless Zone Zero. I just like doing the story with you guys, even though I probably shouldn't, because it's kind of like a... I feel like you guys don't really care for it. But yeah. Hello, key guy. I'll be honest, if you're not voiced and even doing robot gibberish does not count, then I'm out. Touch this, I guess. It's going to create like a little teleportation point. Yes, sir. Shorekeeper is guiding us. Oh, this is cute. Ow! 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 Thank God my character has a lot of health because we're at endgame. Shit! No! Ah! Okay. My character's doing too much. Time to hack. Boom. Oh, if we're time boy, let me tell you, I failed. Ow, my feet, keep hitting my feet on the thing. Oh, so holy shit, this is high up.
Catman11234 said I'll send you a small reminder on Discord after the stream about the book.
Hell yeah.
I could spend hours gushing about it.
Ooh. It's that good. I'm a little worried.
Give it to me.
Because I don't know when the next time I'll be writing it, but I'll try to get in there. Boom. This.
Nowhere to hide.
Can I do like a hold charge? Or nah. I guess we could use you, build up charges. My technically is doing like 16k or 6k per hit. That's me without using my things.
Sever.
It's the same damage, okay? it's basically the same damage.
Be reduced to
This.
cinders.
This.
Perish in flames. Triumph through sacrifice.
Ow! Hitting the edges.
Be gone.
Wings out. This scythe things. Where? That's it? Okay.
One with the
No,
sounds.
okay. I wanted to cast, but it won't let me. There it is.
Lone Syndicate said also side note been passively building Corrin through the tactics courses. She is currently level 32 and her engine is level 50. Haven't started leveling her skills though.
Corrin, yeah, it took me a while to remember. Yeah, Corrin, Frankenstein's daughter, love it. You guys have been going crazy, man. Jeez. Holy moly. Dang, Raid, I thought you would be done with story. Raid says, yeah, I usually try to wait for a bit of story to draw out, I guess. Nice fluff. Nikita, have you built her yet? I haven't had the resources yet, but she was fun in the training course featuring the cunning hair. I'll send you a small reminder. Let's go do that day. I'll 30 polls for new S rank unlimited banner, but I'm holding out for Bernice and Caesar. Yeah. I was gonna say, Fluff seems to be in that one place of like, I remember him being like, I don't know.
The story is unfolding. The lament is not an entirely unpredictable natural disaster. To confront one's enemy, one must first understand them. However, even now, we can only anticipate and warn of the lament's coming. Advanced predictions, including those of the Etheric Sea and the Tacit Fields. Our battle against the lament cannot be won by a chosen few. The lament is our shared enemy, tearing apart the land and ripping people from their homes, their lives. It will take everyone to build a world that can thrive amidst so much ruin. This is something only we, as human beings, can achieve.
Another one.
We sounded way cooler in the past.
Is this how the Black Shores was founded?
We sound like a
It was
general.
like looking at a mirror into the past.
Oh, that name. Suya again? Fuck, I can't. I'm sorry, I was a butchering of it. We'll call you Suya. Suya says, how far along are you with the store? I am just, we're doing the Black Shore thing. I'm trying to see the shorekeeper so I can see if we should pull for her or not. Because apparently everyone's saying you should. Kamel's looking really cool, so I'm not sure about that. But I want to see if she's a cool character, like her personality, stuff like that, before we make it too much of a judgment. But yeah, we've completed a lot of it. Instead, not the new stuff. But yeah, just a little bit of the new stuff. Why? I hate the damn when they're giving us voice actors that are just robot shit. It's just robot nonsense. Like, damn it. I want to hear wonderful voice acting, please. This? Oh, Jesus.
The TD Observatory is where we observe tacit discords across the world to predict the lament. It handles data collection, storage, and transmission of anything related to these creatures. That's why this place is a tricky...
Watch out! More tacit discords incoming!
Sorry. Accidentally fucked up the audio. It's not my normal team, by the way, so I feel a little like I'm shit in bed. But hey. If I hold down this ability, it does not do anything anymore. Got it. 18 count activation is nice. I do think we get the more constellations for Havoc over here, though, which is cool. I just don't know if we can complete this constellation tree.
I'm the keeper of the TD Observatory.
Fluff says, since I also want Yang and Lighter, I'm in a similar boat as when I had to skip Ellen. Yeah, where you wander, but you're like, it's looking tough. Suya says, and how do you like it so far, considering giving it a go? So, ooh, yeah, I thoroughly enjoy Wuthering Waves. Just the combat to me is fun. It's a little bit messy, which I don't mind. Especially like you're just rattling off so many abilities, especially like Genshin Impact. Was my favorite playstyle was switching to characters, activating like all of their sub DPS attacks, and then just letting it rip. So I was happy with this gameplay's
impressive
combat. But the story I think is as nice.
I've heard about your skills from my colleagues in Jinzhou. Yes, but regardless of our origins, we're united by a common ideal here.
Cat says, I've been loving the Mind Palace of Madness. Thanks, Cat. The last one I made, I feel like I need to reorient a little bit with Mind Palace of Madness, because I feel like I'm starting to... How do I put it? I think I probably need to...
McFlufferkin said compared to Ellen, Caesar is amazing value.
Yeah.
So I really wish I had the pulls to spare.
Yeah. It's one of those things where like, I could have skipped on the one character.
While you were busy cleaning house, we took the opportunity to reconnect to the Tethys system at the Haven of Sprouts. Since data can materialize using the energy of the Tacitite, we can harness it to our advantage. Now we have input data near the anchor, enough to form a climbing platform. Let's drive those monsters back to where they belong.
Is this it?
The repair personnel for the first 2 anchors are on their way. It's now or never.
Why? Why do they spawn below us?
Perish in flames.
Is it delayed? I don't know. It's weird.
The fruit of evolution. Photosynthesis.
Nowhere to hide.
I thought you were gonna hit me. No, but I was saying about the Mind Palace of Mad stuff with CAD comments. I basically I feel like I'm like chasing something. I don't want to do that. Like I feel like I want to like reorient with the Mind Palace of Madness VR stuff and just make stuff that I want to make. You know what I mean? Like just kind of get back to like, I think that's a cool idea. Let's do that, because I feel like now I'm starting to kind of like math it out too much to where I'm like, I'll just go to Blade and Sorcery, download some fun mods, talk about my experience, call that good. And I don't really like that. I want to like, still try to do videos that I kind of want, you know? Are you a yeah, but I'm just gonna skip all this. I'm not simsing you, all right? I'm not doing the Sims thing.
McFlufferkin said, since I haven't lost a 50-50 yet, even got C1 on both Zhu Yuan and Jane Doe, I figure my luck is finally going to dry up.
I do not think so, Fluff. Keep that spark alive. It's always best to hope for the best, though, and prepare for the worst and all that. But still, doesn't also mean you get much from being a gloomy person and being like, we're gonna lose, even if you're like me, who seemingly has lost most times, except for the beginning. I will never forget the beginning. All right, we had one of the best starts of a gacha game ever. I felt like Mahoya was lulling me in just to kick my ass. You know what I mean? But hey,
Winds, heed my command.
and I want to say Wuthering Waves treats me much better, but we did a couple pulls and it hasn't. I don't know. Yeah. Should probably just trust in it. I like slowing down so I can see where we're actually like heading towards. Oh, it does keep you from falling off. That's kind of good. Good for that. Combat trial, baby. Let me go.
Guests of the unkind.
Photosynthesis. The fruit of evolution.
We'll pop. We'll do one of these. And then we'll pop.
Great.
Then we'll pop again.
Who's the caged bird now?
Hold. Then we'll pop a second time on these people. Boom.
Sever.
And then we'll do Y.
Mind's
Y.
eye.
Reset with you.
Leave it to me.
Get some healing. Do this.
The fruit
This.
of evolution.
Do this just cuz we'll do one of these.
Raidnate said you did end up getting Caesar eventually though, Grin.
I did, but I've lost every conceivable 50-50 and I've had to go deep into the other 50-50. Like I haven't won a solid victory in a while. / ever, it feels like. You know what I mean? Like it's like, yes, you've won, but it's like, yeah, but I had to spend the almost the maximum amount to get victory. I am not, now. If you're saying like, well, there's someone who probably had it worse than you, I'm like, yeah, I guess, but I doesn't mean that I didn't have it pretty rough, man. Also, I just want to vent, man. I don't like this idea that when like you're like, I got unlucky, and people are like, well, actually, it just feels like shit to hear. You know what I mean? Like whenever you guys say like, oh, I lost, I'm like, it sucks, man. I'm not like, deserved it, or like, not really, actually, you're killing it. I hope I don't.
McFlufferkin said, I just can't afford the membership or another BP yet. Should have that sorted by next weekend. But even then, the 2,700 or so polychromes won't do much.
Yeah, well, I mean, you never know. Again, gotcha stuff is, I hate it. I don't know what to say. I don't know if I should be like, 200 could go a lot if you just like chucking pebbles. That's how I got Caesar. I had like bottomed out completely, and I was just like, and eventually one of them connected. But it could have been, like now I'm at the weapon banner just like, and just nothing. So like, yeah.
From the etheric sea to Sonoro, from time to space. Hey, Yang Yang, look! Somebody's over there.
What?
Wait, is he dead? Or just unconscious? Your story begins here.
Oh.
Go forth. I am forever by your side.
Very from Softy, but I will say, okay, so that's the beginning of the game then. So she was involved. She like set us in motion, and then that's when Chi-Chi and everyone else found us, and then they called us Rover. Interesting. Hello, robot. Fancy man. I do have Seth and Jane, so that's fine. Yeah, honestly, I should be like, I just, for me, as much as I'm like, this sucks a little bit, all my luck got eaten up at the very beginning of the game, but let's just say that, we're just in a little bit of a dry spell. Like every gambling addict ever. But I will say, I do have like maxed out Piper, you know what I mean? And I kind of have to eat my words completely on Piper a little bit. I still don't like the way she does design necessarily. Like, I still would hope she looks badass more than like having short shorts and all that shit. But her gameplay when I actually did play her in the trial run wasn't terrible. It did feel like pretty responsive, and I could see taking out Seth from my team and building up Piper, who I have max constellations with as well.
Raidnade said sometimes things get worse before they get better. Grin or luck could take a turn. Who knows?
I'm about to say, everyone wants to have all these lovely things where like sometimes things have to get worse and before they get better. And I'm like, but what happens if they just keep getting worse, man? And it's like, that'll never happen. And it's like, oh, baby is faking a face fuck you, dude. Okay, you don't even realize what's about to happen. Best you can do is be like, hey, Fate, Thanks for when you were nice. You know what I mean? Yeah. Also, Lucy, Ben, Soldier 11, plenty of options for the fire. It's true. It's true. Cat says Grin is the type of person to reroll accounts. Cat, if you have not, I don't think you have been with. Like, I think you took a break from our chat for a little bit, and you finally come back to us, which we love you now. We're happy to have you. But yes. 100%. You saying that is like it's a blatant
Lone
statement.
Syndicate said, lol. That's when you start throwing copious amounts of money at it, Grin.
What if because of your unfortunate circumstance, you have not excess money to throw around? Okay? You just work out your ass off at a job and then throw it at your waifu women? Maybe. But it's funny the cat said, Grin the type of person to reroll accounts. Back when I played mobile gacha games, I came upon the process of making a new account.
Catman 11,234 said it was a question, not a statement. Grin thumbs up.
Oh, I know, but the fact that it was a question to everybody else in the chat, they heard it as like a crazy statement. Basically, what I was trying to express. I failed up there. But yeah, what do you call it? I absolutely know what rerolling accounts are, and I've done it with every single gacha game I have.
McFlufferkin said Grin thankfully didn't need to re-roll after getting Ellen on his first 10 single pulls.
But I think maybe it was a demon that was there. Maybe not a demon, let's say a evil angel, just because that maybe exists, or what a demon. Anyways, point is, yes, maybe it was a seed of despair that we didn't know yet. It was going to blossom into just a series of gut punches. Thank you, but I'm good. Ha! They found a way to make us read in actual cutscenes.
Lone Syndicate said, would you believe some gacha games will ban re-rolled accounts?
Yeah, and then you just stop playing those gacha games and you're like, you know what? Burn in hell. How about that? How about that? And then they still make billions of dollars because whales are the worst, and you know,
All right. All the repairs are finally done.
Raid says, just gotta stay hopeful. I mean, yes, but also no. I mean, I agree with, like, always try to, like, be optimistic, be hopeful, etc. But at the same time, you talk to a guy who's at, like, a gambling table, and he's, like, pulling the slot machine, and he's, like, completely lost for, like, 10 years running. And you're like, be hopeful? It's like, buddy, you gotta learn. You gotta learn yesterday that this was not the place. This is not it, okay? Be careful. Be smarter about this.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome, buddy.
Without you leading the charge, we would have barely made it.
Oh, there's that witch person who's like...
You are... Hoda. Oh, I forgot to tell you. We finally found out her true identity.
Okay.
She wasn't lying when she said she was a bloom bearer. She worked as a field medic, but more importantly, she died in the lament that destroyed the port city of Guishu a few hundred years ago.
Okay.
In short, she couldn't be alive.
She's a ghost or an echo or a frequency or some shit. I feel like they're making complicated, like, the whole, the whole, like, spirit shit.
Hoda is but one of us.
Lone Syndicate said, GRINN, did you see my comment about your Mind Palace of Madness video?
No, I don't. I try to watch, review the Mind Palace of Madness comments, like, every Monday, but then for a couple Mondays I haven't done it because I've been trying to, like, I've been so behind on making videos, and I'm like, I'm scrambling to get the next video up because I don't have a week without videos because it's happened, like, 4 times this year, where I'm like, there's no video for a week. God damn it. You know? I will say, though, dude, I had got hit with, like, a tinge of like heartache. Not heartache. What is the word? Not embarrassment, but like kind of like, oh jeez. But that Borderlands video I made has just been slowly being like boop, boop, boop. Like it's resonating with some people, but I fucked up bad, and I like Mandela affected myself essentially. I could have sworn in Borderlands 2, there was a moment where Scooter basically died, saying, like, catch a ride, and, like, died, essentially.
McFlufferkin said, to be fair, you pretty much had the same amount of polychromes through being a heavier-than-light spender as I did through hard grinding since launch, plus the BP and memberships for the first 2.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were in the same...
Lone Syndicate said no, I said it in chat a few minutes ago. If not, I can repost it.
No. Yeah, no, I didn't see it, I don't think. Lone. But anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna finish what I was saying about the damn thing. What was it about? Sorry, in Borderlands, I could have sworn that, like, Scooter had died in a very spectacular way and said catch a ride, and died, but apparently, it wasn't not true, but it was in Tales of the Borderlands, essentially. But I could have sworn it was in Borderlands 2. Like, I thought Scooter, like, died in a spectacular way, but I guess they just stopped using him after a certain point. Like, after he like, saves Sanctuary, Lilith dies, and all that other stuff. Not Lilith, sorry. Roland dies, and everyone kind of gets quiet. I think he just kind of goes on the back burner for a while. It just doesn't get said. Anyways, the whole point was just, like, that I was like, oh, fuck. That I made, like, a whole analogy about how Scooter... And I think it still works. I think Scooter still... like, theoretically gives his life to save people in the end of, like, the thing. So the point still stands, but the information and how I got there was warped because my memory was like, off. So I was like, oh, no, that's embarrassing. I go in the comments, try to, like, guys, sorry, I made a clerical error. And those guys like, fuck it. I gotta move on, or else I'll eat myself alive.
We are forever trapped on the event horizon of the black hole, falling into an unending darkness. Beneath the lament's wheels, we are but dust, pitiful souls, cursed to suffer dreadful eternity, denied the solace of death.
Yeah, Lone said, nope, that was Tales of the Borderlands. Yeah, that was my mistake. I was like, oh, but it still works. I think Scooter still dies in, like, a very spectacular reason, and the reason why I brought up the Scooter's death thing is that what do you call it? Basically, he was referring to that I was trying to get across the point that out of all these characters that I could tell you something about, you have an intrinsic understanding of another character very deeply. The best example of that to me is Handsome Jack, but there's also examples like Scooter, who are like, if I put them in a situation and I give you like a question of what will happen given the circumstance that I gave you, you'll be able to tell me what happens based on your understanding of that character because you know them. If you do that with the Calypso twins, it's always like the most boring answer you could possibly think of, which is like they're evil, they're going to do the evilest thing, and they don't care about really anybody but themselves. Yeah, and when you contrast that with Jack, it's very creative. But, what do you call it? To me, people. This is the other comment I got in that video, which I seen pop up on my phone. I don't read all of them. I just read like the condensed version on my phone. People were saying that people need to get out of stop living in the past with the Borderlands series. And to me, I'm like, what? People need to stop living in the past for the Borderlands series. And then I'm like, okay, even if we judge Borderlands 3 as its own contained thing, every single reviewer still has the same problem. Like, even irrespective of Handsome Jack, we still have the exact same issues we have of, like, main characters that just are, like, maniacally evil without any redeeming quality, without any point of, like, humanity in them. Why are we not in why are we not in the cutscenes at all? Like, it's like, even if you treat this as a standalone thing, like this was not Borderlands, but just something else, it would still have every criticism that everyone has with it, which is like, you created like the most maniacally evil, flat, mwahaha kind of villain. You know? So that point was stupid to me when I read it. Nog says the pre-sequel, that was GR pre-sequel GRINN. Nope, that was in Tails GRINN. I could have sworn. Yeah, right. So it's not just me. Like, I think everyone has like, when I said that in the video, I didn't get any pushback for like 5,000 views. And I finally started getting pushback. So clearly,
my comment was in your video. Was that for the whip video? If you're gonna use a whip, you should have fully committed to the S&M joke.
To me it was it was like a debate of like, do you lean into the fact that whips, again, when I was using the VR whip video, if you guys haven't seen it, I was using a whip in VR and seeing like how the physics of it would have been implemented. It was actually pretty decent, but it kept coming back to the fact that like whips have great range. They are great at like discombobulating the enemy, and it's really hard to kill somebody with a whip, really. And a lot of times you just like smack them on the ankles and they fucking collapse. And then you're just like trying to do damage to kill the enemy, but you're really just whipping the fuck out of them. And it all kind of clicked in my head. I'm like, ooh, hard to kill and it deals like a lot of pain. This is a uncomfortable realization I had. Oh no. And I kind of tried to lean into like the BDSM goofiness, because you also feel like a sadist where like every time they try to get up, you just smack them down like, get down, bitch. Don't try to come and try to attack me.
My mentor, the one I follow. Please, I beg you to end this Mobius loop, this endless cycle.
Ooh, there she is.
Welcome home.
Oh.
You stand on these shores once more. Welcome home.
Hello. You saved me back at the port city.
I wish to keep you from any harm.
I'm getting like the most FromSoft vibes possible, man.
Forgive me for acting on my own accord.
I should have read it, goddammit. Why do you look so sad?
Sad? Pardon me. Such emotions are not mine to show. Yes, it was I. Long ago, when you first brought the Black Shores into existence on this island, I assisted you in managing this place. You once wove the threads of this world together, but then you left, roving the boundaries between this realm and the next.
The cinematography in this game was just like, it feels like, oh wow, oh God, Jesus. It's so good that it takes you out of it in a weird way. Like, shit, holy. I don't remember any of this.
You have lost far more than just your memories.
But the Black Shore.
Since your departure, the Tethys system has been the sole leader of the Black Shores. Most have never seen you, and that is all by your design. This place, built by your hands, holds all its resources at your disposal.
Wow.
You have more important matters to attend to than dealing with everyday trifles.
We're rich.
That is why you entrusted the Tethys system
What was that?
with the Black Shore's governance.
Cat mommy. Cat, I think she's more of our daughter, so I'm not sure about that.
This time, only you have the ability to end all of this. Completely.
Haikiri says, I wanted to ask you something. May I? So long as you tell me what's on the screen right now, I will.
This is also your first step towards the future.
Hada said something similar.
You mean?
You tell Shorekeeper about this ghost bitch who keeps talking to me.
She was indeed a bloom bearer, but mysteries still surround her and the departed. The departed, whom you saw in the port city of Guishu, caused those abnormal frequencies. Only you can mend those errors. Rest assured, I shall always be by your side to assist you.
Strike him down! Strike him down, Floan! Strike him down! What happened back then? Listen, Agulon, I might have been a normal guy,
sorry,
but it was the wrong
I
response.
must keep this secret from you. Perhaps, as you restore the Tethys system, you will uncover the reasons for severing ties with your past.
For anyone who doesn't understand what just happened, you probably on YouTube can't see it, but I can see the Twitch chat along with my chat. A person popped in the chat and said, I wanted to ask you something, may I? Which always leads them into talking about how they're a bot usually, and that always leads them into talking about how they have like an art thing that they're trying to sell you on Twitch about how they want to do art for your like thumbnail, whatever it is, Twitch things. So my question is always, what is on the screen? If you could just tell me it's a guy, it's a girl, it's a girl in blue, and it's all you gotta say. Just tell me what's on screen. They can never do it. It's always like, if I ask a question like, what is your favorite character from Zenless Zone Zero? They immediately can answer because the bot can just, ChatGPT can basically scan the share of the internet and be like, is Zenless popular character is this character? And yeah, and it's funny because the first time I fucking knew this shit was because I asked that question and somebody gave me the most, I hate to be mean, but it was the most basic ass response. It's like someone being like, what's your favorite anime of all time, ever? And they're like, fucking Bleach, Full Metal Alchemist, and Pokemon or something like that, and you're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? How dare you? Okay, first of all, Pokemon is not even it doesn't even count. All right, not even that. It's just not that it doesn't count, but just that it's like, what a fucking irrelevant ass thing to say. I don't know. It's just, to me, I was immediately like, this is the red flag. Okay.
Wandering traveler, please tell me. Are you satisfied with your journey and stories in Jinzhou?
God, the color she's beautiful. Anyways, the people in this place are nice. They say it's been a good start to the adventure. I'd say it's been a good, I'd say they're nice. Nice people. I will say it's very weird when our character talks.
Is that so? I'm glad to hear that.
It does it's weird. They nailed like the weird FromSoft feeling of like she knows way more than we know, while simultaneously being like, am I your dad? Why are you treating me with such respect, man? What the fuck is happening? Nong says, hey, Full Metal Alchemist is awesome. Yes, but most people have one of those as their most favorite of all time. You know what I mean? Like there's not any part of you that's like, well, I like at least like fucking when I ask Fluff something like that, I know Fluff there's a chance Fluff might say like Full Metal Alchemist, maybe he'll say Attack on Titan, but then at least one of them should be fucking unique to you specifically. Like Fluff gives me this weird like a beat 'em up anime or something, like this girl boxing, I can't even know, I don't know what it is, but it's an anime I've never heard about.
Lone
really.
Syndicate said my hammer been collecting dust for a while, hasn't seen any action. Mjolnir just been hanging up in the shed.
Fucking what should I do now?
The gate to the underground has been opened. Pass through it, and you will reach the depths of the Black Shores.
Got it.
Your journey has only just begun.
I mean, guys, if they made like a FromSoft-inspired assistant lady, whatever you want to call it, like traveling companion lady who's cryptic and yet loves you somewhat or whatever, like gives off of like the like she gives off of the fact that she's a regressor. She is went back in time and looks at you like, you'll never love me as much as I love you because we went through so much shit together, and that's okay. And you're like, what the fuck? Why do I feel these things? What's going on?
Beyond the Black Shores lies Solaris itself.
Got it.
Before you go, can I ask a favor?
Okay. Can you cut my rat tail off my head, please?
When all is settled, will you share your stories from Jinzhou with me?
Oh, that's sweet. Ha! That's worth at least 1 10-pole. Ha! Ah! I already got most of these characters, so when it's purple, it's just sadness.
Greetings, Rover.
I don't have you
I
maxed
will
out.
escort you for the time
That's at least a
being.
win. Could have been worse. All right. All right. Let's continue. Let's continue. Nong says, I enjoyed the story of 1 because it was new and wacky as hell. And 2 because it was straight up. Loved the gameplay of 3. Started falling flat. Prequel was a great story. Meh, gameplay. Really? Oh no. To me, I don't know why. I feel like Borderlands gameplay is always something that like there's such a gap in. Let me ask you this, Nong. Has there ever been a Borderlands that you haven't bought? Because that's how I feel. Kind of like I'm kind of fatigued by like the Assassin's Creed formula. That's why I've kind of skipped a lot of the games as of late. And I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and it was the same thing about like I'm kind of fatigued by it. Just the Tales. I mean, those were the Tales you mean Tales of Borderlands you skipped? My point is that I think most people there's such a gap in between Borderlandses that you're like, and there's not a first person looter shooters done in the way that Borderlands does it, which is annoying because like I think the same thing about like Skyrim, Dishonored, and stuff like that. Where I don't know why other game companies don't just do what like a lot of these other games have done, where they just come to eat their lunch, like i.e. Fortnite and Gacha. Why don't they just make games like it? Like Genshin clearly has a lot of games that were inspired by it. Fortnite clearly has a lot of games that were inspired, or PUBG has a lot of games that were inspired, whatever you want to say. Maybe they have to reach a certain echelon of success, but surely Skyrim has done it. But maybe it's just Skyrim is such a gluttonous investment sink that you need a ton of money beforehand to do stuff. So, I don't know.
She's the shorekeeper. She even showed up in person. That means...
Haven't you met her before?
I haven't seen the shorekeeper in all my time in the Black Shores. I've only heard the stories about her. If the shorekeeper is revealing herself to you, it could only mean one thing. I think you know what I mean. The gateway to the underground has been opened.
I am him.
I'm sure the answers lie ahead. Go on. Leave the rest.
Got it, buddy. He's like, oh, you're special? My friend. My guy. Hey. I always treated you right. I'm like, yeah, kinda. A little bit, sure.
Fruit of evolution. Perish in flames.
Boom. More of this. Don't die to just this. Please, let me play another character. Oh, no, fuck. Damn it. Damn it. Honestly, he's not doing great damage. I'm a little disappointed with Rover. But maybe I'm not playing him correctly. But it does seem like we're dealing like 2,000, and it takes just a good bit to get to our main energy points. I mean, we're doing 12k, which is sad. That's not a lot. But yeah. Especially when we maxed out his skill tree, like always. So, yeah. GRINN, yes, we are. Man, if you ever wanted to feel special and playing a video game, hot damn, did this game take care of you? I accidentally used both of those shits. Yes, thank you. All right, let us go for a swim. I think we can make that, right? Nong says FMA, Rinori, Kensei, and Overlord. For me, pretty much the only oddball is Ken. I was about to say Rurini. Kensei. What is that? I don't know. Rurini. I don't know. Kensei and Overlord. For me personally, pretty much that only oddball is yeah. Well, not really. I think Overlord. I wouldn't say is mainstream yet. Oh, sorry, Overlord is mainstream. So I just don't think it is. It is unique enough to where I'm like, okay. Whereas if somebody says my favorite anime are Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach, they all feel like very similar tonally, essentially, to where like, aren't you sick and tired? After watching, like, if someone says One Piece, and they give me like another like goofy, fun, happy-ish anime, I'm like, aren't you tired? Like, what? Yeah, to where like those seem like a healthy barometer, you know what I mean? My favorite anime.
McFlufferkin said, ding, shower done. Looks like a gamer subs order has arrived.
Ooh, you better try some on stream so we hear what you think about it. Look, my favorite anime I think of all time, just because you said I wanted to tell you mine. Mine are very a little odd. First one is Blood Blockade Battlefront. Love it. But that's not my number one. That's my number two. My number one is Welcome to Demon School Irmika. Okay? I have not decided on what my number three is. I want to say Dimache. Just because I really I think season one of Dimache is fucking perfect. And then I think the later seasons are kind of like they're playing some are good, some are bad. It's kind of like a wave. But yeah, that was the problem. My third one is not like, I feel good about my second. I feel good about my first. I'm not sure about my third. My third is like, I just really like Dimache. I mean, I'm not sure if it's good. Like, not good. It's not about being good. It's about what connects with you. But yeah. Oh shit. Whole ass cutscene. Ooh, did I get all my memories back now? I should probably turn off the chill music in the background. Pretty.
McFlufferkin said the new Pixel Cups Cup and 5 coasters, a restock on the Grape AFK, so not something for me to try during the stream.
Just a re-up on most things? Gotcha. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. What was that about? Don't like that. Stop that. Cat says, my favorite anime for me has got to be Overlord, DBZ, Cyberpunk, Edge Runner, and Cowboy Bebop. Gotta pick 3! Who said 5? But 3, I'd say. Okay, so like Overlord, Cyberpunk, DBZ. DBZ is in that weird category where like it feels like One Piece a little bit. I can't describe how like those big 3. It's not that there's not like a valid answer. It just feels odd. You know what I mean? It's like when someone says, like, what's your favorite TV show? And they say Friends. And I'm like, okay. Like, it's a beloved show that a lot of people like, but there's so much of it. And I don't know. Like, I get that it means something to people. Like, clearly, because that's all that really matters is, like, how much time exposure you've had to something and how much has it moved you, I guess. But it's one of those ones where I'm like, really? Like, DBZ. It's not that I don't believe you. It's just that I think if you were to really think about it, you'd probably be like, I'm mostly there for nostalgia, you know what I mean? Which is fair. Again, if it's just your list, I'm not talking about what is good or whatever. I hate those shit. People are like, actually, the technically best anime ever. And I'm like, to kill yourself. To die. I hate it. But even still, my point remains, for all y'all anime, all of it was something that was believable. No red flag popped up in my head where it was just like, that answer didn't make sense. You know what I mean? So look how pretty this is. Nog says, I think it's Samurai X over in Japan, I think. I know I butchered the first word of Kitsuta. Gotcha. Samurai X, oh yeah, that sounds, I think I've heard that one before then. Oh god, I totally forgot.
McFlufferkin said the sample pack has black cherry, pineapple, brand Risk, and Hadada milk. The coasters are light up, which will be fun for the new and existing cups.
Ooh, coasters, man! Oh, I don't know how I feel about coasters, man. I'm kind of big into, like, no. Ooh, this is Camellia's. Bank of life plants activated. Truly a flower planted by Camella. She collects the numerous flower species. Despite having thousands, she appears to be searching for one irreplaceable flower. It's us, maybe. I don't know. It's presumptuous, sure, but hey. What about this? That's that one girl, the weird vampire-like lady. This plant is obviously looks well. Black shores were huge tile rocks. Most plants thrive in the species Canuck. Gotcha. Are there plants also cured for by the roots? Got it. Doesn't tell us who that is, but we can kind of guess. And then these are just random, yeah, but those aren't really interesting. Okay, got it. Special plant, and we aren't able to know yet. Damn. Well, okay. What about this? Nothing. Okay. Tech stuff. The door is locked from the other side. Talk to Robot Man. Hello. Kat says, I grew up watching DBZ and I have great memories of using the family DVR in recording the movie and watching them with my parents. Went out for dinner. I get it. 100% lock in. I get it. But for me, like, I had the same experience with, like, Futurama. I love Futurama. I don't feel like I need to describe how much I love Futurama because a lot of people love Futurama a lot. You know what I mean?
Lone Syndicate said, if I had to pick my top 3 anime, number 1 has to be Date Alive. Still need to watch season 5. Number 2, Monster Musume, and 3 is up in the air. Again,
both answers seem believable. You know what I mean? Like, bots need to model your guys' answers and realize that, like, you need, like, in order to be human, it is to have one anime in there that's like, that's a fucking deep cut. What is that? I mean, if you give me all 3, like, no one's that milk toast.
McFlufferkin said, I also still have 2 shakers full of gamersibs. One is Insel Tears, the other is Sploosh. The latter is mango coconut with a stronger coconut flavor.
How do you like
Insel
Tears, Fluff? I asked you this beforehand. I just want you to validate me in thinking that it's good. I'll be honest with my emotions in this one. Seeing Frieza get cut in half, cell blown away. Yeah, man, I also have, like, a little bit of vengeance for Dragon Ball Z. I was one of those people that stopped after the Cell arc because they never really passed on the torch to Gohan, and I was like, fuck you. You know, how dare you? Anyways, where am I? Who are you? And then they just kind of, apparently, I was asking people about it, and they kind of butchered Gohan's character, and then they kind of pulled it back in the halfway point, but it's kind of felt like, why? Like, almost like his arc is like God King, terrible, absolute shit, fucking stagnant, kind of becomes like a grown-up, fails a little bit, and at the very end they're like, ah, fuck, here we go. And it's like, what was this? What was this down part, you know? Who are you? Yay, we don't have to pay voice actors. We just pay fucking, we could just pay ChatGPT or some shit. I mean, I don't mean to be mean. I read all day manga and shit. I don't want to have to read this. Okay? Hopefully it's not a fucking bug. We're just gonna skip this. Anyways. Hopefully he wasn't like, pick a flower. And I'm like, oh no, I missed out on something unique. We'll see if we can just brain figure this out. Just with like the, you know, we'll do this. Then we'll take that and we'll slap it right in there. Bangarang. Key opens. Easy breezy. Got it. Hey, bud. Yep. Locked in. It's like not only will we...
Lone Syndicate said it would probably be a tie between Welcome to Demon School. I have GRINN to thank for that, and possibly High School DxD.
Man, if High School DxD was supposed to have another season, but then it kind of went into fucking purgatory hell, and it's just not been done yet. But that might be my third, actually. I forgot how much that was one of like the first anime that I seen that was crazy, absolutely insane, too much. But I also like always appreciated that anime for, like, again, it is very down bad, it is very like horny jail nonsense, but it is also like it does really cool things. Which was like my favorite thing to like I remember one of the first anime I suggested to my brother after I gave him some normal ones. I said, like, this is pretty out there, you're probably not gonna like it, but I'll just throw it out there. And he put it into his list, and he watched the first couple episodes, and the first thing he responded to me was how cool like the gear system was, the like Guilty Gear, how cool the demon system was, the world building and shit like that. And then I was like, and it's oh yeah, and there's like so much titties, and it's weird. But other than that, like, but it wasn't the first thing that he found. It was like it was all the other shit around it, and of course boobs sell. But I was like, yeah, that's my feeling as well.
Lone
like
Syndicate said rumors has it that it is getting another season.
Yeah, but it's been on there for like 4 years. It's been in development for like too long. You know what I mean? But yes, anyways, you can control the key HUD energy, pulsing data with open portal. Got it. Pass through the portal to reverse time space. You cannot create a portal back to the data wall. Got it. Hopefully we can learn as we go. Where is the special portal? This. Oh, shoot. There it is. Got some of this. Hell yeah. We're on the other side. Oh, it's literally just portals. Gotcha. Oh, wait a minute. Do I shoot it again? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Opening passageways between different spaces uses the spatial properties of the sonorosphere. Thus, the tether system can hold nearly infinite data. It is akin to a collection of sonorospheres.
Damn it! Fuck! I'm sorry, gang. I was enjoying that. Wherever this takes us, thank you. And flap. Touch. Good stuff. Oh, shit. Sorry, I was crushed myself to death. Go up. Instant Tears is one of my favorites, alongside with Anime Girl Thighs, the Peach Orange. The Peach is just goated. Peach is it. Also, ooh, look at our ground sparkling. How much did that cost? Was that worth it? I don't know.
Catman 11234 said, how do you guys feel when you drink Gamer Sups? The most energy drink thing I've consumed is Mountain Dew, and I don't do coffee.
I think Gamer Sups, I don't think it's to me at least, it's very light. Fluff doesn't, there's also uncaffeinated versions of it, Kat, so if you don't want to get coffee, you don't have to, but I will say that Gamer Sups, to me, as a person who loves coffee, and I love the way coffee like gives me like a sharp spike of like, yeah, like I do well when it's like a fuck you.
This is a testament to my connection with the world around
fuck
me.
you, you're going forward, you know what I mean? Like we're driving forward. Oh, you're tired? Fuck that. I enjoy that, but I don't think Gamer Sups is too caffeinated, it feels like. I think one scoop is the equivalent of 1 cup of coffee, which is not too bad. And the reason why it's not as bad as 1 cup of coffee is because it has a bunch of other shit that, to me, like dulls out the coffee spike feeling, which some people find scary and like jittery. I love it. Which is why I won't try any drugs that are similar to coffee, cocaine or anything. None of that. It'd be bad for me, I know it.
This is what the Black Shores really looks like.
So the Black Shore is underneath all this? You're just a projection, right? Rude, I think, to say that.
To be exact, My body is composed of sonorospheres, and the projection you see is but a shadow of the sonoro.
She got like butterfly designs in her body.
I cannot leave my post. As the core computational unit of the tether system, I must remain to ensure its proper functioning.
Interesting. So we made like a system almost.
Yet, I still wish to be with you. This is the only way.
They're really laying on the goddamn FromSoft, like, let me be your maiden kind of thing. And you're like, oh shit. Blank ass looking face just sitting there. Okay. What? What do you call it? Nong says, oh, another in my top 5 is Food Wars. That shit is random and awesome.
Lone Syndicate said, I just got a 5-star on the standard weapons banner in Wuthering Waves, the gauntlets, to be exact. Wuthering Waves trying to get me to stay.
Ooh, nice. But what do you call it? You were saying you got, yeah, Food Wars is crazy. Having people have legit food gasms and burst out of the clothes. Is just to what the actual, but you know, Food Wars is like renowned for being goofy as far as the comedy goes. It's also beautiful art. I do find, I like the ambition part of it. I feel like it lacks, like Food Wars lacks that like driving force, I guess. Like I almost need the main character to have a goal and for him to like get close to beating it, where it kind of feels sometimes like it's like, they're like he's stagnant for a while, and like I got to season 2 I think, and I was just like, you still haven't made a dent in your dad's cooking, man? Not even a little bit? Fuck. Damn.
This place holds records of every lament across Solaris. Those that have passed, those happening now, and those yet to come.
Cocaine been pumping out 2 videos a day. Boy, I don't know if that'd be how it would work. I think it would work as like it would take me like probably like 2-3 days probably to make one video, but it would be like I would overcomplicate the fuck out of it. I would go ape shit. You know what I mean? I feel like Adderall is also dangerous. With
Here,
me,
a planet's lament transforms into stars that fill the sky.
I am curious. I'm curious about that. Like if you had a friend that had Adderall, I feel like it'd be interesting just to try it once, just to see if you didn't feel shit. You know what I mean? Like if you were like, oh, I must have some bullshit, or I'm not even sure if it works that way. I would love to ask someone who is actually on Adderall to like, who like is medically diagnosed to have ADHD, etc., and to see if it just makes you feel normal, or does it make you feel focused? I don't know, because I feel like it the way people describe it makes it sound like you just have like like kind of like coffee or something like that, you know. But also it kind of apparently fucks up your brain's receptors for like pausing, essentially. So like your body's always in forward momentum, like you're always driving forward to do stuff, to accomplish stuff, shit like that. I'm like, oh, that didn't sound great either. Calling me the astral moderator. Oh, that's kind of the vibe we get. We're kind of like the creator a little bit of this weird like place. Does that name something to do with this place? Have something to do with this place?
Astral Modulator, Guide of Civilizations, Mastermind of the Black Shores. Before you severed ties with your past, it was indeed one of your names.
Catman 11234 said, as a dude with severe ADHD, Adderall quiets my head.
Oh.
Normally my mind is a train station with trains stopping and going constantly. Adderall makes it so it's only one train at a time.
Okay, yeah. So okay, this is my take on ADHD a little bit, Cal. I want to know if I, by saying this, am I a dickhead about it? Like, I don't know if this is a statement that feels like that's not oversimplification or something like that, but for me, I feel like 2 things are correct. One, there are people who are genuinely have like what essentially is always to say it is like you have a floodlight, like everything's available for your brain to think about at all possible times. And most people have a normal flashlight that just goes forward. These are people with ADHD. That's definitely a type of person that exists, and things like Adderall and things like that can be helpful. But also, isn't it true that, at least to me, I think there's also a subsect of human beings that just have a fuck ton of energy as a child. Like you have an abnormal amount of energy and you can't sit still, and your brain, you're so disinterested in all this stuff because you just have so much energy to do stuff with. And oftentimes I feel like those people get associated with ADHD when they don't actually have ADHD. They just have an abundance of energy. I think both of these types of people exist, and I think one of them is often misassociated with ADHD. I think you're probably the example that isn't that. It probably is genuinely. I don't want to say anything to yet. I don't want to say anything just yet. What's on the screen? UCG. What's on the screen right now? Usagi on Twitch. What's on the screen right now? Anyways, we'll see in a minute here. Yes. But yeah, so to me, I don't know. Let's see. Kat says there are tons of little kids who just don't want to sit in class, and they get put on meds because meds are expensive and industry completely loves prescribing. Yeah. So okay, that's kind of been my vibe that I felt like a lot, and I feel like I was really susceptible to that when I was a kid. Basically, like the idea of like I had looking back on it, I kick myself because I just think I should have just been like put into swimming, like just swim in the morning, just fucking swim forever, just swim until your body wants to snap in half, and then go to school or like run to school, something to do it. Usuji, you have not answered my wildly simple question. You could literally have just said blue-haired girl, and it would have been substantially acceptable answer. Goodbye. Why should they all be like real people and I'm just insane? What a weird response. I'm tired today. What? What? Anyway. Again, for those guys who think I'm being weird, again, I've seen the same pattern where they always come in here, they ask, like, how are you? Something like that, and it's...
Bolty said F GRINN is purging his Twitch viewers.
I know, I was about to say, it's also only ever on Twitch. And yeah, and they come in waves, usually. It's like, oh, that one died, let's send another one, you know what I mean? Nog says, I can see that, but her voice and mannerisms of speaking are just screaming Melania. She looks like yeah, it looks like what do you call it? Elden Ring character. Nog says, I have ADHD, depression, and mad anxiety myself. I should have been on ADHD meds since I was like 8 on it. Yeah, no, for sure. Again, there is the example of like people who genuinely have like a mental deficiency. And
Lone
like
Syndicate said, we haven't gotten a bot problem on YouTube since we stopped stream Genshin, I think.
Yeah, that's probably true. Anyways, yeah, but like I was saying, yeah, I think there's a lot of people who medicine can very much help, but this is a little bit reductive, which I feel like, forgive me if it comes across this way, there's nuance in this, and I feel like you could add whatever caveat you want to this, which I feel like is fair. But I think on a baseline, it's always nice for someone to do all of the things that, like, you know, try to improve your health as much as possible, try to improve your situation as far as like having better people around you if possible. Have have meaning in your life, like something that you're trying to pursue helps a lot, all these kinds of things. And then it's nice to have to have chemical intervention if need be. I don't want to take that out of the equation, but I feel like so often it's not the case. I feel like so often it's like, nope, we start at medical intervention and then if you start at medical intervention, to me it's like bound for problems, because what happens if you do start eating a little bit better? Okay, now that thing that was perfectly optimized for this specific chemical balance in your brain and your body and all these things, well, now that you started eating less bad, or maybe you started exercising, so now there's proper dopamine or something in your brain. Now that thing that was specifically meant to like chemically balance this part of it, well, now that's offset because you've changed something. So that to me is the weird thing. Now, people often use this as like a statement of like, you don't need drugs, you need God, or something, and you're like, oh no, jeez. I'm so sorry. I should really finish this out and then talk a lot. I'm so sorry.
I would call you by your true name.
Grit Rover? What is my... sure.
I have always addressed you as such. In the past and present, through countless years.
Interesting. I wonder if the game knows, like, your account name, and this is the first time that your account name has actually shown up.
Bolty said imagine they has an AI voice that pronounced you in-game name.
That is the Necrostar, once known in ancient astronomy as a black hole.
Ooh. What do you call it? I was going to say, there's the, what was that thing? Fallout, Codsworth had something similar to that, except it was just like him reading off a bunch of common names.
The tether system transforms data into stars, observing the entire Solaris, and discarded data are cast into the Necrostar. The abnormal frequency you encountered in the port city of Guishu is part of it. Or rather, it is the Necrostar itself.
What's the manga about, Bolty? Also, what's good, Bolty? Sorry to say hi. Hello. Now reading Jujika Mo Rikina manga. What is that? Can you give me the premise of it? Also, Kat says, because I think GRINN missed it, describe meds as sitting on the room with consistent noise, like having an air conditioner unit, and then when the unit stops humming, there's this quiet. Gotcha. You know when your brain suddenly tells you, wait a minute, this constant noise has stopped? Oh, okay. Kinda. Yeah.
Please bring it back to the modulation hall.
Okay.
Then the tether system will be restored and harm will be no more.
Got it.
My only hope now is that we are not too late. Go ahead.
Lone Syndicate said Fungat Cosworth actually didn't just say common names if weird names like titties or ha 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 face.
Yeah. Did he actually say ha ha in that face? I think he was. Yeah, I think he only did. Oh, she actually did all those other ones. He actually didn't say common names. If What do you call it? Yeah. Again, there's like. Again. Nowadays, I think it's actually like entirely conceivable. Like again, how do I put this? One of the most frustrating things that I always listen to, and like I hear this constantly debate happen, and it always seems disingenuous, is the whole AI debate about like. You know, it's unfair that this is being used in this way, and all that. I mean, you guys know how I feel about that. Even if it comes across badly, I always find to me it's wrong in a lot of ways that people, again, like I always bring up this example because it was one that stood out in my head. But like truck drivers were getting threatened to like basically lose all their jobs, and the thing that people threw at the truck drivers is learn to code. Is a thing that they used to say, i.e. meaning like your job is being taken away. It's just the idea of technology, tough shit, move on. Learn to code. And no one ever, there was no petition to stop that. So with this idea of like, there's this other technology that's finally come to collect a lot of the other jobs, etc. And then people are like, no, now we should care, and now we should stop. Well, conveniently when it gets to me, I feel like it's just an immoral and not very good thing to start now. But with all that being said, what do you call it? One of the things I heard recently that I thought would be really interesting is I heard a bunch of these weird guilds, like the Voice Actors Guild and all of these things have recently just did a big, same with Hollywood and all these things, have done a lot of work to say like AI cannot be used at all. And again, to me in my head, I'm like, you didn't fight for the other guy when they were losing their job. But anyways, the point being, sure, that's what's happening. And to me, it's kind of frustrating because there's examples like this in this video game where like I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense to use AI generated stuff, which is basically to like imagine if you were a voice actor and you're like, hey, we really wanted to do something where we added modulation and sort of like we could alter the response time, so basically you didn't have to sit here and did like 100,000 hours of voice lines, but we would still pay you a shit ton of money, but just maybe not as much for like the hundreds of thousands of voice lines, because we want to do this dynamic thing that changes slightly based on choices you make. And otherwise it would just not be feasible for us to pay you that much, nor would it make sense, because maybe like, you know, why are we the person that's doing all the like the encoding and applying all of these possible routes should probably be getting paid quite a bit, because they're the one that's kind of like mapping together this infinite web of choices. Not to say that you shouldn't get paid, just to say that maybe there should be a balance of those two jobs being really important. So we should probably split the difference of both of you and get paid a decent amount. And that's the way that they could do it, by using AI voices to go do everything like that. And to me, that's an example of like, oh, this is where like the AI or like the companies basically trying to be like, oh, we want to like own your voice so that we can kind of do all this stuff. And again, to me, it would make sense that like you still pay the voice actor, but it makes a lot of sense to be like, no, I don't want you to have to come in or like send voice lines for some stuff. Sure, like the like cutscenes of like expert proportions, absolutely want your perfect delivery possible to handcraft that. But for all the other like side quests that you might use, and if AI keeps getting better, then to me that would make sense to like, oh, we want to like make it so that your responses and stuff are dynamic and they are like much more interesting and they kind of ebb and flow about what you did. All that stuff is very fascinating to me, you know? So I enjoy that. So to me, when I hear like there's like these guilds have completely like excommunicated AI stuff, not all of them, but some of them, from these companies using them, I'm like, that just seems like, it just seems. Again, I would have preferred if like the same people who were like fighting for that kind of stuff to also be fighting for
I am
other
but
people.
A projection, I've been by your side all along. I'll stand by you until the very end of this journey.
Yeah, I figured as much. Damn, those voice lines.
Chissa, ally of
Oh,
justice
yay.
at your service.
Yay, Chica. Hey, Chica. How are you? Let me see. Nog says, nah, I don't realize I had ADHD until I was done meth and felt normal and didn't really exhibit usual drug symptoms, but don't do drugs, kids. Most are, but yeah, I would mean, but you got an insight, which is good. Cat says, no, you should do more. Okay, no, how about no? Cat, stop, please. Oh God, I could write 5-paragraph essay on the whole situation and backstory. Catman says, have Lone make you a channel in the Discord channel, gnawing on meth. I'm not sure about that. Woody says, truck driver is being what? What did I mess up? I was going to say the truck driver is basically being replaced by like automation essentially, but it kind of has died down, but it was like popping off of like this is a massive concern happening. A bunch of truck drivers were really frustrated by the fact that like they're all going to be out of work, and it's like it's a lot of work that people do. So people were basically pissed that like, can you not automate us out of the industry? And no company would agree to that. And all of these truck drivers were like, well, what the fuck? Am I going to be out of a job in a couple years? And they were like complaining and frustrated. And then the people's response largely on like every social media platform was this stupid hashtag called learn to code, which is basically something that they threw at people to be like, it's not our fault that you invested in like a low work job. Like, learn how to code. That's the future. And
Lone
then
Syndicate said, I'm not even a mod on the Discord.
there's what do you call it? There's things that are going to happen in the future that is going to fire back at people in that same way of like, AI is getting real good at learning to code. Maybe not completely good, but still. And it's finally starting to come back at people. And again, to me, as a person who enjoys a good old revenge story, okay, yeah, I can't help but be like, yeah, man, get fucked a little bit. I'm sorry for being the way I am. Again, it's not to say that there's not like pitfalls to AI and stuff like that. It's just, to me, I like when people are consistent about like they're pissed off for their enemy when something bad happens, and also for themselves when something happens. Let me go. Also, I forgot we did this. Let me go over here. Oh, it's a bog standard wish. God damn it. We'll have to wait a little bit. But she earned another 10 pole by that "I'll stay with you forever" kind of fucking line, man. Why can't she be a bitch? Okay.
It appears the Necrostar has been successfully contained underground, and the gate is now sealed.
And you know Camilla's gonna kind of be a little bit all over the place.
Unkind.
She's gonna be very sweet in some moments, and like, hey, I watch you when you sleep. And then be like, you always hate me when I fucking stab you because you make me mad. Well. You know, and you're like, ooh, okay.
Lone Syndicate said, "GRINN, I told you, look away."
Listen, Lone. I like a woman who likes me, which is not a very high bar. Well, I shouldn't say that, but yeah. But yes. Some people like
Volty
this
said
weird...
Mon Woola really beefed up with its memory space, an entire update worth 26 gigabytes.
What happened? They really beefed up the memory space, an entire update worth, yeah, what call it? It looks like a lot. It looks like there's a lot of particle infection shit. Looks big. Bang, let's do this.
Leave it to me.
And then, oh, then they died. You good though? No, there's one left. Boom. Where the fuck did you use heat seek, man? Oh, fuck, I just died. Alrighty. Have to save our old relic place. I guess they're just the bots. I guess because they can like permeate forever and like they live. Boom! Let me see also, just because I want to catch up on chat. But it says, so, I've only been reading the beginning of the manga, but it's starting up with an innocent boy being bullied to the point of actually attempting and then the main bully gets his bully group to actually process to kill the entire... Ugh. And the boy ends up... with a scary... Oh, I know this fucking manga, sorry. This is noted as one of the most cursed anime manga ever, man. Manga. Basically, dude gets like bullied to high hell. He ends up like going to his like war vet grandpa, and his grandpa like teaches him how to like torture people and like fucking nom shit, where he's like doing traps and whatnot, and all that stuff. What's even more fucked up, and like much more fucked up to me, is I think the same author, like he popped off with that story. He made like another version of it, essentially like a similar style, but this time, holy shit, I watched like 10 seconds of a manga recap video on it, and I just was like, it's too much for me. But like basically the premise is very similar, Bolty, but instead this dude bullies this kid so badly. He makes him like kill a bird, essentially, or like a cat, or else he's gonna like kill him or something. She does it. All this horrible shit, like just mountains of torment. A bunch of this bully group just torment this kid. This kid.
Catman 11,234 said, "Please turn off the piano or the in-game music. The dissonance is crazy long."
Probably. I probably should. I was thinking about it. I wasn't sure how bad that would be. I was kind of like, should we leave it? Because sometimes it doesn't seem bad. Yeah, it's not great that we're here in disco right now. I'll turn it down a little bit. But anyways, just to wrap up that thought, just so I could get, what do you call it? He gets bullied really badly. The saddest part about it, in the first 2 chapters, the boy actually ends up jumping off of a thing, committing, but the worst part about it is he survives the fall. His mom was running to try to find him. She finds him, his lifeless body, and not lifeless, his broken body. And as he kind of starts getting up, a truck comes out and smashes him and kills him right in front of his mom. His mom, after the funeral, finds his journal where he recounts all of the horrible shit that they did to him, and then the mom is basically goes on like a fucking bender and just like trains and meticulously plans out how to torture each one of these kids that destroyed him. The issue that I have with it largely is the mom basically destroys herself and her marriage. So she like sleeps with one of the bully's gangster friends to build up like a connection with him, cheating on her husband doing this, only to then be able to set a trap for her other friends.
Oh, I've heard this story. It's the MILF revenge story.
Yeah.
She did some shot out of Saw.
Exactly, but that's where it ruins it for me a little bit, where like the revenge story becomes like, at any cost I'll destroy you. And then you just watch a person destroy the people that love her the most and care for her still, all for a very reasonable reason about how badly her kid was tormented. But it's still just such it's just, you don't walk away being like anything but this is I feel bad. You know what I mean? I like the person that got wronged did like a lot of bad shit, sure, but then also destroyed everyone else around her as well. And that's where it ruins it for me, is like, it's just all negative. Like the world was worse throughout all of it, you know? And that's why I can't read those fucking books, because it's just gloomy. But I skipped through the video and I kind of got the gist of it. And I read comments about the video too, because I was like, how do people feel about this? And people were very much like, it's insane, dude. And it's just sad. Like at the end of it, you're just like depressed. and you just watch like fucking 7 hours of torture porn, and I'm like, oh, no, thank you, not for me.
Life is in everything.
We always enter combat by doing 2 little slashes. That way, when we do this, we can do this. Oh! Stop fucking doing your thing, man. Damn, fucking bailing the shit out of this. If I do a hold charge, what does it do? Not a lot. Man, I'm sad. I was hoping my main character would be have a little more bite. That is kind of so-so. I shouldn't have expected more from being the main character, not normal character, because they're notoriously not very crazy. But again, maybe I should just level up them up more. But I thought he had decent stats, nothing crazy, but still. Hello, butlers. I should probably can increase the sound now.
Lone Syndicate said, "GRINN. Did you ever get Caesar's engine? I never asked for an update."
I have it, buddy. We got like 9 days, and I'm just still chucking pebbles with my monthly subscription, essentially. One wish like every day, kind of, and it's been rough. Bodhi says, but the grandpa also taught him that people can change, and he should only proceed with his plan if they have not changed to the bit. Oh, I didn't know that bit. All I knew is that his grandpa, like, yeah. Well, of course, like that's the other thing that kind of bothers me is all of the characters are like maniacally evil. I don't know. That's the thing that like I find there's something that like makes you feel wrong. Like it's like the virtuous hero that's like, I would do no wrong, and I'm just always going to choose the right side, and there's not a single instance in which I can be proven wrong, or if it is, I'll ignore it, or just feel pain and sadness about it, and then continue to do the same shit about being virtuous and not ever deviating from that. Is the same bullshit as like the evil villain that's like, Mwahaha, I choose evil at all possible ends. It's all bad. I hate all of that. I much would rather a character that's like, again, that is like evil by it's like the kind of mantra like the anime that I showed you, Bolty, that the bloodhound, the regression of the bloodhound or something like that, whatever it was called. You'd know it, but the that anime basically is that, where it talks about how like monsters are created by tragedy, essentially. Like evil people that feel nothing and can watch and do destruction and feel nothing about it often are people that have been so deeply mauled and mutilated by the world that they just feel nothing because of all that. And not that there's not like psychopaths out there in the world, Bassavale, whatever it's called. Anyways, I really enjoy that manga because it does that. It kind of talks about how like actually the main character regresses and he ends up encountering this guy who killed him or was involved in killing him, and he ends up like trying to win his favor, but in doing so actually kind of starts emulating his son, and then he starts seeing the guy no longer be evil anymore, like be noticeably kinder, be noticeably softer, because he basically has like something to keep, like a light in his life to keep safe, and then the main character gives him something that's like an absolute fire to keep safe, which is nice. But that's to me much more interesting and much more like nuanced as a character and fun, rather than it being like everyone in the story is actually just as terrible as you think, and also they feel nothing, and you're just gonna watch these monsters get tortured for 10 hours. And you're like, excuse me, what? Cat says, as someone who's dated a woman who didn't like him, it's a bar that shouldn't be compromised. Agreed. Well, also, Cat, I'm so sorry to hear about that, man. Damn, is that just like a... I don't even want to go into that. That makes me sad. But anyways, yeah, it's not right. Not right at all. Fuck that bitch. Okay? No, broken people, all that stuff. Who won't be too mean?
You're safe. It's okay now.
Isn't that the ghost?
I heard her voice.
Yes, she's here. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
I'm here with you now.
Stay with us. The medical team will arrive any minute.
I fulfilled my duty as a member of the Black Shores.
Your effort won't be wasted. We will restore everything to normal and ensure everyone's safety.
Thank you. Please, stop them.
We will. Have a good rest now. You've done enough. Your actions will shine bright like the stars. A beacon for all to see.
What happened? I just came in here, man.
An entire necrostar was forcefully discharged into the aerosol without warning.
I get all that, yep.
The error code spilled out as a result. At its worst, it looked a lot like virtual blood seeping through the ground. We had to seal the underground gate to protect the control room, but someone had to retrieve the key.
Lone says, I mean, Bernice likes us, and that didn't stop you. No, there's a difference, Lone. I should be more clear. Loves you. That's a better way. If someone loves you, like really like, hey, I'm ride or die for you kind of thing, that to me is that's insane. I mean, like Bernice likes us. That's like she's interested. She's like, oh, this is something to look at. I don't know if she loves us. Where this shorekeeper girl sounded like she's like, no, I've loved you for literally hundreds of years. And you're like, oh.
He did what was necessary, even if it meant risking his own life. I admit, I am surprised to see the shorekeeper here.
How is the agent doing? He's dead.
He is severely infected with abnormal frequencies. It could be fatal.
Oh, I thought he died. So he's still...
It appears the Necrostar has been successfully contained underground, and the gate is now sealed.
Got it. This. Yeah, when the portals appear black inside, it's not active to... got it. Open up the... Yeah. It is an incomplete portal. Understood. So now we can go over there.
Indeed. With my abilities, you don't need to worry about this.
Oh.
Though I am but a projection, I've been by your side all along.
Obtain the key. Perhaps I should have read more. That doesn't work. Oh, I forgot we could shoot through this shit. I'm dumb. Hua. It's good. That's good processing power for them to do that. It's nice. You gotta fight people. Take it. Aim. Are you gonna figure that out? You gonna pass it to you? Fight back. Okay. Alright. Thank you. Time to hack. Hack, damn it. There we go. Bodhi says, yeah, the plot of the Basilisk also reveals itself a little further in the story, like stuff with the demon infiltrate. Yeah. Again, I feel like that one did a good pacing job. Like, I'm watching an anime right now that's a little bit fucky when it comes to the pacing. Oh, God. Nope, pick it out. Okay, I guess not. But yeah, I'm reading one that's like the novels, the side character. It's like the novelist. I'm the novelist and the side character, or something like that, or a mob, whatever it's called. It's pretty good. It's also fine, you know. Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah. This is a little bit explainy. It's kind of like, do you know you can do this? And I'm like, yes. It's kind of, yeah.
Lone Syndicate said video game update beat Lollipop Chainsaw and Silent Hill 2 remake drops in 4 days. I hope it's good. My expectations are set kinda high.
I'm about to say, I heard reviewers say that's actually a pretty worthy successor to the show, to the game. I don't know what that means though, because reviewers can be insane. So who knows? How does one? Oh, I forgot. We should go through the port right. We opened it there. Whoosh. Ooh, a chest.
Cherish every gain.
How would you guys feel if your past self was talking to you, eh? I feel like it would just be a very, yeah, it'd be a very, like, what if he said some horrible shit like, man, we were really, we procrastinated a lot. Hope you fixed that, and you know you didn't, and you're like, fuck, shit. Shit. So much good stuff.
Volty said, Grin, would you play the Silent Hill 2 game? I don't know if we asked before already.
Are you insane? Do you know me at all, Bolty?
Lone Syndicate said also Sonic Shadow Generation drops in a few fuse as well. I'm thinking about getting it.
Abrupt, but
are you a lunatic, Bolty?
I have begun to sense a change within myself.
Hell nah. Hell nah.
More precisely, it's the part of me that rests in my garden. I feel something different. Something I don't know how to describe. It's clear that the agent's condition is terminal. But still, I lied to him.
I'd do the same if I were you. White lies are necessary. I don't know if we should validate bad behavior, but I think I'd probably do the same.
I've done this before, by imitating the you I remember from many years ago. You did what a leader must, but when I looked into your eyes, I could feel it. The emotion humans call sorrow. Maybe I should express that emotion in situations like this.
I think only if you feel it, you learn from me.
Yes. You led the Black Shores with empathy, and it's my responsibility to carry it forward in your absence.
Lone Syndicate said, if it's not that scary, then what the fuck, why clarify yourself as a horror game?
What? It's not that scary, trust me. Exactly. What do you call it? It could be, guys, it could be a fun, goofy time, and I'd still probably be like, nah. Yeah, I like horror. My favorite, you guys know me. I know, I love horror that's like Let It Die, which is like very, I like Halloween horror. Not like terror. I'm talking about like I love when people take, like my favorite story thing on the planet is the idea of like Halloween, like, what is it called? Tricks and like, basically it's like a hopeful, it's like taking something like vampires and werewolves and ghouls, and then finding a way to find like the light, the humanity, the fun, the goofy, the playfulness in it. Like take something that is like the monsters hiding underneath your bed and disarm them by showing how beautiful and human and kind and their own problems, so on and so forth. Those things. Like I love that. The silliness of the humanity or the thing that exists within this tale. Again, like I just told you about like how annoying it is when the villain is always just wahahaha evil. I love the idea of like, actually, no.
Lone Syndicate said you like the supernatural side of it, Grin.
No, I wouldn't say even like the supernatural side of it. I like the idea that you take a monster, something terrifying, something that has like all of these hiccups, and you inject like a wonderful soul in it. You inject like hope in it. You take this thing that is otherwise like scary on the surface and you show that how much beauty, how much love, how much care, how much uniqueness exists within it. And then you can play with that infinitely. And I love those kinds of things. I love like the hope of Halloween's fright. Like I forget what the thing is, but it's like trick or treat or trick or whatever. It's like this idea that that's Halloween in a lot of way. Trick says, Sigma, what do you mean Sigma? Trix.
But I'm currently unable to fully comprehend this feeling.
Human emotions are complex. Sorrow feeling.
I see. Well, it is our utmost priority to deal with the Necrostar to prevent further harm. The only way to achieve this is by bringing the Necrostar to the modulation hall and initializing it within Tethys.
Okay. Gravity causes the destruction of port city of that, yeah.
This
Data
Necrostar is the black hole that destroyed the port city of Guishu.
Jesus, Trix, my God. Oh, that's insane. I've been watching your videos since I was 8 years old. I mean, not damn, Trix. I'm sorry. I apologize for all my nonsense.
When the lament struck the city, many were unable to escape and were drawn into the black hole.
Also, Trix, it's just to let you know, you shouldn't if you say like what do you call it? If you say that you are like a young child in any capacity, like age 12 or whatever, anything like that, I think Twitch is obligated to like kick you out. So it's a good rule of thumb to not mention your age or any age things when you're on streaming platforms. I think YouTube is a little more chill, but still.
The data you brought back is directly related to that event.
Cat says, I was waiting for her to say emotions humans call love. Ooh, that'd be a sell. That'd be worth another poll, honestly. Actual experiments, the laments.
Yes, you've questioned this approach before. That's why I aim to change it.
Ooh. How?
I have the highest access to the Tethys system. Bring the Necrostar to the modulation hall, and I'll erase its corrupted data. Once it's done, Tethys will function as it should, and no one will get hurt again. But as I mentioned, I'm only a projection without physical form. Could you assist me with this?
Are you a real person though? It's in some way. Like, if there's a body, familiar? I feel familiar. No, it's all good, Trick. I just want to make sure you're okay. You're not getting banned or anything. Did I do the same thing 20 years ago?
Yes. I'm here to help and protect you, just like I always have. But this time, I will bring everything to a proper end.
Let's talk again once we're all done with this. There are so many things I need to understand.
Of course. We have plenty of time for it. Long enough to talk about the past, the present, and the future.
Okay.
Will you trust me?
Sure. I don't see any reason why not. Or reason not to, sorry.
Thank you. For everything you've done.
Why does she have to be so nice and supportive and like sweet and like loyal, like fucking freakishly loyal? We got 5. It's worth 5 standard banner polls. We're dipping into our actual gems now, gang. Scary. Please give me more luck. Please. I know I don't have luck in Gacha with ZZZ, but Withering Waves, you've always been at least actually pretty sweet to me. That's actually early. That's an early 5-star character that I don't need. I already got you maxed out.
Time for another afternoon consultation, I see.
I already have you maxed out.
What's on your mind today?
Yeah, yep. 4 polls? No, yeah, I know. 2 more, I think. Oh!
Lone Syndicate said Tauchi is always nice to see.
Yep. Last bit. Nope. No, that's not same luck. The good news is we still have 5 to pull on a base, so yes.
Volty said, wait, we pulling on her.
We're dropping every time we feel an emotional thing in any capacity. We do a little bit, because yes, she's pretty cool, and it would make sense for our team with her, Camilla, and Rover kicking ass, taking names. It is not.
Please be careful. The object contained in the center is the Necrostar. According to pre-lament laws of physics.
Sorry about that.
Watch out.
I get it. I get the gist. I wanna. Ooh. Why is it doing this to me? Oh, okay. Cool transition. Oh shit! Ooh, he green. Not who I wanted to switch to, but it's fine.
Oh. fruit of evolution.
Let me do one of these.
Feathers.
This.
Take 4.
Chill. Do one of these. What? Oh, I didn't connect with that fucking hit. Damn you.
Lone Syndicate said that was trippy as hell.
It was. Oh, I fucking failed it. Please don't jump back. Please don't jump back. He just jumped back, didn't he?
Now.
It's fine. We're still able to reach because Chang Li's got reach for days. Where is he? For not being my dominant
Nowhere
build.
to hide.
Parried. Puts down an AoE, so it's a little fucky this. Dead. Trash. Fortunately, I don't think he's actually
Leave it to me.
Character.
We're back in the right dimension now.
Yes.
The battle.
Sorry, I thought you were done talking. Damn it. Reach out your hand.
Authorized access. Operation confirmed.
Hey! Don't just eat whatever's in front of you.
Hey, bud.
This looks awful. Ugh, like the worst stew ever made.
This frequency.
It's my boy, Gluttony.
What are you staring at?
It's the one.
Watch her be like, who is this bitch? Okay? Sleeping around for 100 years, you rat fuck. The one, also, I said.
This frequency has dwelled within you for millions of years. I'll keep an eye on it. We have more important matters at hand.
We're 1,000,000 years old? Not like 100 or 1,000, but like 1,000,000? That's a lot. No wonder we were fucking brainwashed. How can we hold so many memories?
Wait! Are you saying I'm not important here?
I think she said the opposite. Oh, why did you wake up, Abby?
Because you
Multiple
were about
millions.
to gulp that hodgepodge of who knows what stuff. Go grab something normal if you're hungry. But this, absolutely no. This thing is like a dark, spooky hole. Once you fall in, you'll never crawl back out.
Precisely. This is the Necrostar, a black hole that will suck anything close to it into oblivion.
It will suck us so hard.
That little creature is able to perceive objects by their frequency. Just as it described, the Necrostar's frequency is indeed incredibly complex. Speaking of which, are you feeling discomfort anywhere?
Not at all. The black hole doesn't affect me.
No, I'm referring to that creature.
Well, probably, because he seemed pissed when he came out.
Do you feel anything unusual when interacting with it?
I feel fine.
That's good to know.
Okay.
The Necrostar's singularity has been retrieved. Let's take it to the modulation hall.
Are we like a vessel for these frequency being things?
I'll stand by you until the very end of this journey.
That's worth another wish. That's worth another. In fact, they just gave us 40 free pulls. So guess what? Ha! Please, God, fucking damn it. Fine. Oh, I didn't even see that we got purple. That was cool. Okay, we got her again. Actually, I don't think I got maxed out. That's not the worst. 40 pulls. Locked in. Submission. Okay. Read all that. I'm so fast at reading. You guys know me. That's such a stupid thing to say. Oh. Text-to-speech has made the streaming significantly less grueling for me.
Until... I must keep my promise.
Is she like dying? Because if she's dying and she was like a loyal companion till the end, you're like, I gotta wish for her, you son of a bitch. I was worried the story was going to make her be like super charming, and they have. They really nailed it.
Catman 11,234 said, "Would you prefer we text to speech large paragraphs?"
Yeah, yes and no. Like sometimes it's tricky because we're in the middle of a story, or like I'm talking about something, and then like text to speech will like kind of make me pause, and I'll have to like. I feel like I don't do justice by like listening to what you guys have said. It's annoying as hell to like wait until there's a gap and stuff to go send. So I don't know what the best course of action is. Probably play it by ear, but yeah, it's not terrible. Like it works, and it's more of like. What's tough is when there's like 3 conversations happening all at once. Like people send me like 3 different things, and I'm like, oh fuck, and I have to try to manage both of them. Like sometimes it happened at the very beginning of the stream where like one person used text speech, and another person used text speech, another person used text speech. So I'm trying to reply to like 3 different conversations, which is a little bit tricky. That's where text speech kind of eats it a little bit, but yeah. All right, let's get into this. Hello. Okay. What an interesting question. Excuse me, could you tell me where I am? You don't see the body right in front of you? Oh, I apologize. This isn't me. Notice you. Gotcha. Enclosure linking this. Yes, the shorekeeper resident. Gotcha. The shorekeeper is here. Are you blind? You have fucking 0 perception. Jesus. Well, this is the garden. It's natural for her to be here. Though she often takes a... She reveals herself recently. And at times she last saw her. It's been a long time since I last saw her. As for this garden, it's where the analyst observes. Gotcha. Explanation should suffice. Back to questions now. Is this real? What about me? Do I truly exist? Appears a little point to consider philosophy debate with a robot. I don't want to. Perhaps checking on robots having an existential crisis about like, am I real? Was my only purpose to water flowers? Can I grab these? I can. Oh, fuck. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we're fine. Is it loud enough? Is it like a Sleeping Beauty thing? Maybe. It looks so good. She's got red in her eyes.
This is...
The lament. It razes cities, topples towers, crushes civilizations. Nothing can escape it. It sounds the death knell for humanity, leaving billions upon billions of lives lost to its wail. Despair, obsession, resentment, remorse. These feelings are archived within the Tethys system, alongside the names of each victim, grasping desperately for a tomorrow that never dawns.
But why? Why is this burden yours to carry?
I am the guardian of the Black Shores, the core of Tethys. I was created for this purpose.
That's pretty interesting. Seems like the kind of idea is that what do you call it? Everyone, there's like physical. Oh, are we gonna get dialogue?
Apologies. I should have controlled my sonoro vision.
Yeah, but it seems like I actually like that. To me, it's almost like they're painting a picture of like in like an apocalyptic event where there's like this dimension-tearing whatever kind of bullshit that happened that was unleashed. All of humanity's like grief, jealousy, anger, frustration, all resonates within like a certain frequency, and these beings that were born in that apocalypse seem to also be like, it's like basically either the byproduct of that said frequency. It's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely a Melina kind of vibe. Touch that tree. Those scenes, they look real. Have you experienced them yourself?
I was entrusted to lead the Black Shores in your absence.
I feel bad. It's like, here's all the trauma of the world. Just run with that for a couple million years.
It's through this duty that I can protect you and what you cherished. Though I've never witnessed the lament firsthand, others have shared their experiences with me. I've encoded them into observable stars, enabling the Tethys system to issue lament alerts. I am sorry.
I apologize, yeah.
I should have done better.
I'm a bad dad, let me tell you. Or friend. Probably dad.
This disaster could have been prevented. If only I had been more dedicated to understanding those experiences and emotions.
You're done well. Things could have been a lot worse without your help. You saved many lives.
I will give it my all, even if I must sacrifice my Sonoro. Or myself.
No. Less of that, please.
This is the only way to protect the stars. And you.
Man, how do we not feel like just such a little bitch? How do we not just feel like a little baby bitch? She's sitting there like...
I made my vow to you long ago. It remains just as true today.
I will not have this, alright? I fucking despise the one-sided love triangle thing where there's a person who is like head over heels for you, like fully 100,000,000% in the relationship, and some motherfucker, essentially anime ass protagonist is like, I'm trying to do it. And you're like, this girl's doing everything for you, and she looks great, and she's like the best, and you're just over here being like, I know this dumb fucking nonsense chick is the best. Kat says, gotta go, Grin. Having fun talking to you. I see you in the name of the win reminder after. Yeah, hell yeah, man. I'll be sure to check it out. Again, I don't know if I can
Bolty
get into
said
it too
facts.
deep, but yes.
I will break the shackles of fate. I will unravel the Mobius loop that binds you.
What does that mean? Like Mobius?
I will give my all to honor my commitment.
The vampire? Like the Jared Leto?
How do I describe this feeling? Is it guilt? Dismay? Or perhaps longing?
Oh.
What emotion should I express now?
I just feel bad. This is let's do another 5 for I feel bad. Please come home. Please, I don't want to spend too much. I'm sorry. I hate gotcha. Does Wuthering Wave love me more than, what is it called? The other game, ZZZ. Let's find out within these next 3 polls. 2 pulls. We should be getting 10 to the 10 pull pretty soon here. Also, Garbo. Is this not the 10th? I thought that was the 10th for sure, but I guess not. I really like the fucking Zenless Zone Zero like little ticker that says like, hey, you're at this much. It's kind of nice for my dumb ass. 1 more. It must have fucking got I must be off by a lot. I don't know when the next one's coming. Anyways. We still got 19 days, so it's not the end of the world. It's not great, if I'm honest, but hey. Also, I don't know how easy it is going to be to pause. I would like to do my dailies and shit today and burn my resin, but we're in the middle of something kind of, you know, pretty intense. Is there a thing I can touch that's like, hey, you've reached a checkpoint?
Digitalized Hasid discords are gathering here. They have their mission to fulfill.
Damn it, missed.
Perish in flame. Take form.
Crosscut.
Why the fuck didn't I get my
Sever.
hit? Why? Yeah, I didn't get my thing off. I have these fucking death fall things.
My blade yearns.
Yeah. Go from that little death zone. We're good to go. Boppity boppity boppity.
Listen up.
Yeah, encore, please.
Luminous energy.
Not encore, it's a different person.
I can use some.
Right, chill out, my man. Fucking light me up.
Make it fast. Perish in
This
flames.
should be a death. Overkill, like massively overkill. All right. I think now we can touch grass because we hit a point. Oh, this is actually a whole ass area difference. I thought it was. Can I go back home? I don't. Yeah, anywhere. Oh, okay, yes, top map. Gotcha. So it is a place. It is not just the place yet. All right. Let us continue with. We might be getting her, so we're gonna keep with fire because I think fire is. This is the healing one too. Yeah. And we still need them healing sets. Ha! Morbius, probably as in Mobius strip, aka Infinity. Oh damn. Okay. I did not know that. Yeah.
Make it
I did not know
fast.
that was another phrasing for
Take
that.
form.
Huh. Cool. Thank you for telling me that, Dawn. I have to use the washroom so bad, gang. So I'm gonna go use the washroom, and then we're probably gonna start winding down. I don't know if we'll wait for tomorrow to do to really go into it. I do have again. I'm open to spending. I want to keep 20K going into what's her name's. So I'm really hoping we get her early or something. I don't know. They really are doing a good job about making her just really fucking compelling. She's very kind and sweet, and yeah. Anyways, but I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I use the washroom.
Very moment is the best of our lives. Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't pause the game. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. But it said, why not wait for the card guy? I forget. So that's the thing that we're the whole baseline, Bolty, is that we have two characters that we're really interested in. I probably should turn down the game sound because we're just gonna be fighting shit. But yeah, what do you call it? That's the two things that we're kind of fighting for right now in the game that I'm interested in. Sorry. The main thing that we're waiting for is what's her name? Not Bernice. What's her name again? Stalker girl. I can't think of it. I always fucking blank out when I need it. But anyways, the issue that we run into, Bolty, is that we have this whole. I have basically 24,000, or I had 24,000 gems, and if I'm skipping her banner, then that's 20 days or something, 24 days, something like that, without buying anything. And then we have another banner that is a returning 5-star and a corresponding new 4-star girl. And then, so that's another waiting period to get gems, and that's another waiting period to get gems. And then the next character banner is going to be with the stalker girl, essentially. So we'll be going into her banner with 30K or something, probably. So it doesn't make the most sense for that. It makes sense that we're going to get her and then pause and wait. Now, I won't go very deep into her banner. I probably will stop 20 and see what we can get, you know. But the reason why she could be useful, Bolty, is because supposedly the one girl who's the stalker girl is not a healer. So what she's essentially going to do is she's going to buff your havoc damage, and she's going to buff up your critical rate damage. And theoretically, she's going to be able to deal damage as well, which is awesome. But she's not a healer in any capacity. So this character gives you a lot of enhances your critical rate as well, and gives you what is it called? Heals you. So theoretically, if I do plan on making my Rover my main damage dealer, or making Scar my main damage dealer, this would feed it, like, both of these characters would probably feed into any team, so long as you have a mainline DPS that happens to be, what is it called? Havoc based. So, and a lot of people are speculating that he's going to be Havoc based. What's his name? Scar. Either Scar is going to be that or Fire. And in both cases I'm covered because I have Chang Li, and then I have her, and then I have the other character. So, irrespective of anything, it should work out. And also, this character is an immediate bonus to my current team, which is Chang Li, where arguably Verena, not the most helpful right now. She's kind of good. I see. Does she do that with C? Yeah. So she does that with C1. So this character right now, just with one copy of her, this is why everyone's saying that she's a must pick, is she gives you critical rate. She's basically Verena, but instead of attack, she's giving you critical rate, a ton more healing, and she has more damage output than Verena, I think, just on a base. So that's why everyone's saying, like, she is a must pick, because if you have her, she doesn't need you. She buffs up everything. She's not like that's why people would argue that she's more of a must pick than the Stalker Girl, is because the Stalker Girl is going to, yes, give you critical rate as well, but she's also going to be buffing up your havoc damage, where this character buffs up your critical damage and she heals you. So that's something that you could put into any team, and she's just gonna fucking rip. So that's why people say that she's good. So for me, who is basically sitting on like a pretty high stockpile of Primo gems, I am going to basically try to get her, see if I can, within a healthy margin, so I can guarantee get what's her name, and then her follow-up weapon. And also, I'm open to wanting to spend money in this game, actually, at this point. So, say if I do deplete myself pretty badly via this banner, and then the Stalker Girl's banner, and then Scar's like the next character comes out, and I'm like, fuck, I wouldn't mind dropping $60 in this game, because I've been playing it so much, and I feel like I should give back to it at some point, although I have been getting the daily passes and stuff like that. So yes, that's kind of the plan. That's why we were interested in this character, where otherwise we probably wouldn't be. It's because, yeah, again, if the Stalker Girl healed me, then it would be, it'd be a wash. It'd be like, oh, well, no, my ideal teams are going to be these. Again, it still doesn't mean that you shouldn't get the one girl. It also just doesn't help that she is so fucking charming in a way. She's a very compelling character, at least to me, you know? She's like talking all this cool FromSofty nonsense. Or cool stuff. Not nonsense.
Nowhere to hide.
Boom. Bit of that charge, slowly but surely. Switch to you. Pop off. So wow, I really understand why they're saying that she is a sub DPS. Chang Li. I always play her as a main DPS, but it really does make sense when you switch to another character, build up intro and outro skill, and then just can switch to her and get another stack essentially. Ha! By that time you probably have other things to set off, like her skills. Ha! Boom. Bolty says, question mark. What do you mean, Bolty? Were you referring to the Stalker Girls as far as the question mark stuff? The Stalker Girls kind of up in the air. It would be insane, Bolty, if the team was that the FromSoft girl, the Rena or whatever her name is. I can't think of her name. I'm sorry about names, but if she who buffs up your critical rate and heals you, and then the Stalker Girl buffs up your critical damage and gives you support, but buffs up havoc damage. That would be like the, oh my god. I just forgot the question mark at the end. Oh, I see. I thought you were like, I still don't understand. I'm like, oh, did I miss, what part did you not understand?
Huh? The fruit of evolution.
And this, and we'll do some of this.
Together we vanquish.
Oh, I probably should actually do this. That's a waste. A little bit overkill for these little baby enemies. Pop. And then this.
Feathers.
This. And then we'll switch to you.
Leave it to me.
Do some healing.
One with the sounds.
Bah, 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 bah. Shadow follows.
There it is. Some of that. Man, I am so spoiled by what do you call it, Chang Li, who just teleports to enemies. That just feels giga crazy. What do you call it, Bolty? You've played Havoc Rover. Can you give me a TLDR of like how I should play him? Like in just a quick little synopsis of like, you mainly want to use his E skill. You mainly want to use his melee attack. You're mainly doing anything you can to get to his ult. Like I don't really know the jot notes of how to optimize him in a way. I'm kind of just doing all of it and like, okay.
The fruit of evolution. Listen up.
Hit the ground, damn you. There we go.
Perish in flames. Crosscut. Sever.
Dang, this is so good. How and one of these and this.
Who's the caged bird now?
This as well. One more of these, because Jesus Christ, why not?
Bloom. The fruit of evolution.
One with the sounds. Shadow descends.
I do not want to activate your ult yet, or your charge. Nong says YouTube should have timestamps for messages, like 8 minutes, 20 seconds ago. Yeah, I mean, I think they can. I use something different. In fact, I might be able to actually show you guys. So this is what I might. This is what I see. Why can't I pause the game? I just tried to hit pause. It won't let me do it. There we go. I do think I need to get another controller for my thing because I'm using a PS5 one. It just hates me. Chat. There we go. Doobada-ba-ba-da-ba. Will it open up or will it take a millennia? It will. There we go. So this is what I see. So this is the chat. This. So I use a program that basically shows me this. This is what I see. If we just close this way, this is what I see. So this is what I'm looking at. So from here I can do like mod commands from YouTube and Twitch and all these things. And all that stuff, so I don't see the timestamps. I might be able to actually add it, but I don't want to do that on stream right now. Maybe. But yeah, it lets me basically like ban someone from Twitch from here, from this source, and all that stuff. And I might... Twitch just released that they don't have any problem with basically combining chats now, which I love the fact that it took a year for them to do that. Fun. I have that on my other PC, though. That's why I just closed it. But yeah, what do you call it?
Lone Syndicate said, dang, why we all different colors.
Because yeah, it probably helps me see. It probably helps me see. Like, you're always the same colors for me, at least. Bolty's always this gold color. Nong's always kind of like this.
Bolty said, "Be careful not to leak any tokens."
Yeah, no, I know. I double check. I double check.
Take form.
Leave it to me.
Feathers incinerate.
We'll do that. She's fully primed. Oh, fuck me. How about this?
The show begins.
I don't know what the combo is, but so, like, what I could do. I know I can use my ult here. I'm just kind of like, should I use it now? Let's just do this.
None shall whisper.
Oh, that's shit range. I thought I would hit the other guy. That guy did get deleted, but still. Do this just to heal up Rover. His ass be broken. This.
Think fast.
Bang. I do miss my shield. I really do enjoy my shield that what's her name gives me.
Guests of the
mankind. Let me see what did this and then this. Finished. All of our stuff is gotten. And now we need to do our dailies. Hopefully we did. Yeah, we did. Oh my god, we did all of them. So much. Hell yeah. Good stuff. Okay, now we just chill. We can chill at the Black Shore. Do I have to go to the thing? Switch maps. Black Shore. Yes, there we go. And they go. Nope. There. All right, Bodhi says, Havoc Rover is build up Forte gauge, use Echo ability whenever it's ready, gotcha. Use Alt when you have Forte gauge up and running. Oh, okay, that's helpful, okay. And also, use your other characters in your rotation. The heavy attack also hits hard. Gotcha. Okay, so you want to like... I find it's hard to use his heavy attack on a base. Like it's hard to find the combo of it, you know?
No hesitation.
And it's just there's so many particle effects happening. Also, I wonder what his thing is, his constellations.
I will be there for everyone.
I feel like that's important. I went out of my way to fucking grind his
future,
constellations, and I didn't get...
Leaving the past behind.
Okay, Resonator skill damage, it's not crazy. Kind of ass if they do this to you. That should be much better. Resonator skill cooldown when Rover enters the Dark Scourge state by casting heavy attack devastation. Okay, gotcha. So whenever you could, like, you should use your E before you jump into your charge attack, it seems like. In Dark Surge state, basic attacks 5 restore HP equal to 10% of your total HP lost on hit. Oh, okay. So we just slightly survivability there. Heavy attack devastation. The Resonator defeating abyss reduces image. Okay, that's good. So actually, it makes Rover kind of like a debuffer. That's pretty huge. In Dark State, basic attack 5 deals an additional havoc damage equal to 50% of the 5. Basic attack damage. Okay. Huh. Alright. Doesn't sound too broken. And lastly, in Dark Scourge state, Rover's critical rate is increased. That's still not crazy. I'm a little sad. I think they could have made it much better. It's kind of good. It's not like fucking this character when you have at C6, it's like deals 40% more damage and everything else, you know? But what can you do? What can you do? Again, we're kind of mainly just waiting for Scar to arrive. And what's her name? Let's go like this. And let's do one of these. Actually, it's kind of annoying, but can we do it like a cool shot by doing... Yeah.
Bolty said, I feel like they changed it up a bit.
One sec. What you mean? What you mean? Those bastards, why they make my life harder for me, man? I just want to have Rover in the goddamn shot. Not an insane amount. There. Zoom in a little bit. Nope. What? Oh. Looks like, okay, we have to have that. That's the best we got. Okay. Let's chill. Okay. Bolty, the heavy attack also hits hard. Why are we all different colors? Is careful not to leak tokens. I made some notes about the potential anime villain for my notes, for my story beat. But it's just a little. I haven't progressed much since K last time, but I've been reading a lot of taking it. Yeah, man, well, I'm in the same boat, Bolty. I don't think you came in at the chat, but I've kind of been in this place where I've started writing stuff, and I kind of understand why people like make an overview. Like they make an overview for each kind of chapter, and they kind of like go into it in that way. Like to me, even just having like a chapter name as you're like, this is this thing, it helps you like kind of start to build how you want to jump around through this chapter and complete it within the thing. So that's helpful. But then also seeing how like certain people phase out things, essentially. Like to me, I read this one that I thought was really nice, but the author kind of went apeshit when it comes to spacing things out. So he had like space, double space for like the next line of dialogue. He made it so that every single space was like clear that this was like the voice of like the author, the what is it called, God's eye view kind of voice, where it's explaining where everything is located in time, without explaining how he feels about anything. And then he would go into the next space, which kind of describes what's happening with the main character. And then the next space was the actual dialogue and the way the character actually is perceiving things. All that stuff was helpful to see. It helped me understand and build things in my head easier. But that's kind of what I've been trying to do right now. I've been trying to like just read like random chapters from a bunch of books that seemingly have really good writing, and then what is it called? Then like just trying to like not emulate, but try to use that as a guideline for how to translate what you were trying to say and feel and create, I guess. But it's just a little. I haven't progressed a lot of inspiration. I feel like they changed it up a bit. Not sure though. His constellation. Oh yeah, maybe they nerfed some stuff or like offset stuff. But Fluff said, I believe that there is a browser extension called BBTV for YouTube that includes times. No, it's definitely an option. But is it as good as this kind of thing that I got recently, which I quite like? Especially with BBTV, doesn't usually have I feel like it would probably have a delay on like you being able to ban someone from the browser, which is nice. That way, if I don't have to like depend on you guys completely, if I'm like ban this character or this person from the chat, so it's nice for on the off chance when you guys are busy or something like that, I can do it. I not that I don't think it'd be possible through that. I just think it would probably be a delay, like it'd be a slower thing because they have to ping to a server, then ping to my account, and then do the feature or the thing, you know. But ladies and gentlemen, the story is good. So like the first two questions I had for the first stream was basically, should we go for her? It makes a lot of sense to go for her as far as like, regardless of what happens, she's a character that will go in any team and do really well. She does nothing that isn't something that everyone else on your team would want, which is amplify critical rate and heal you, and does decent damage with her ult and stuff like that. So she is just so good. And then the second thing was that we're gonna have a gap. Like most people are not gonna be wishing for the spear guy on the reroll and the 4-star or whatever. 4-star does look very interesting, but yeah, so we'll have to wait again. So it just makes sense for us to go a little bit on her, maybe not full send, but just something, just to see if like we can get something going. Yeah, and what else was it? And then the second question I had was, how is the story good? And the story is so good that even though I'm kind of wanting to save a lot for Camilla, holy shit, the story is really good about like making her. It's funny because like I think you could be reductive and be like, yeah, she's basically just like an AI drone that you made, but they do such a good job about like making her like talk in such a way that is like so respectful and so like ethereal in a way. And there's like the voice actor did such a fucking nice job about delivering that like this character perceives you as like a god, perceives you as like this perfect being that has like eons of goodwill built up with them. Like they did such a good job delivering that, at least to me. It's surprising. I quite liked her whole character thing. I wasn't kidding when I was like, that deserves another 10 polls, because it's sincerely a good character. But that's something that like ever since the last patch when they introduced like the Art Girl storyline, at least to me, was awesome. Like made me want to wish for her, even though I had no interest in her kit at all.
This is a testament to my
Shut up,
connection
Rover.
with the world around
Damn
me.
it.
And it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced
The
on
gourd,
this journey.
the iPhone. It'd be like a grandpa being like, this iPhone here is my testament to living. I'm like, buddy, you're okay. I guess. Ray says, are you winding down? Yes, we're winding down. We just streamed for a good bit, a solid, simple 2 hours. By the way, I wanted to give you guys a quick update because I did mention in a video that's probably going to come out hopefully on Monday if I'm not a lazy asshole. I'm not lazy, it's going to take so much time to make gameplay, editing around the gameplay of it all. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm debating for next month to do a whole month of streaming. I was going to do it December. But a person made a good point when they came into the chat and said, GRINN, that may not be the best because a lot of us are going to drive out and like meet family. We're going to be spending a lot of time kind of like semi away from our computers, just not as much as we normally would. Why not do it a month before Christmas, essentially? So I was like, that's a good idea. I wanted to do this, so might as well do it. And I think it'll be interesting. But yeah, a whole month, every day, except for Sunday, probably. So a whole month of streaming. Probably will be meaning that there's a lot less YouTube's, YouTube videos on Mind Palace of Madness, but I'll try to I'll just try to get something up eventually, you know. But yes, that'll be the plan, to do a whole month of streaming. Yeah. Also, Buddy says, also, I've seen that your shorts have been doing well. They have?
This is a testament
What do you
to
mean?
my connection with the world.
I know
around
one
me.
did okay. I seen that
It's
on the
very
first day.
much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced
Shorts.
on this journey.
Oh yeah, one did 1,000. That's pretty good. Well, yeah, one did 1,000 I seen, and another did 700. Is surprising. Another one did 600. Yeah, not bad. Again, I think shorts is weird though. Shorts is like the minimum is like 5,000, 10,000. Like people, yeah. But I think it's kind of working. At the same time, it's also kind of like, I find when we do VR, it's a little like, okay, it's not bad. It's just not, I don't know. Maybe if we did like a whole week of VR, like every single day we were playing like a brand new VR game, so we're experiencing it as we go. Like a brand new VR game like Saints and Sinners. Like we're just playing through the entirety of it for one whole week. That I could see people kind of getting on board, and we could have moments where we could have
Lone
fun.
Syndicate said, speaking of shorts, Grin, what's with you and aiming for the enemy's crotch?
Oh, yeah. To me, man, it was literally just like, what is something that I can do fast that I think is funny and I think has like something that could be interesting that people could share around. And that's something that I thought was quick. There's this cool mod, I can download it. Shut up, man! I hate the dialogue when they're like, wait, let me just ramble at you about nothing for 20 minutes. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Anyways. But yeah, it was just something that I thought we could do, and I still have to go back and do like another bunch of. I have one about us using a giant sword, like a hammerbuster sword, and then I have another one, which I kind of just want to get into like editing eventually our streams. You're like, I thought you would talk less. You talk so much more, Rover. And it's also the worst dialogue ever. It's like, here's a gourd that's a testament to whatever. Such ass dialogue. Anyways, I thought he had nothing to say. I thought he was mute. Whenever we have a nice a panoramic view of a character for an extended amount of time, we're winding. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good hint. Speaking of the short thing, aiming for the, what do you call it? Again, it was, to me, I was just like, if it was just a silly, like, usually most shorts are like that. Like, I have a stupid idea for, like, a name of it, which is, like, Quicksilver being bored, which is, like, Quicksilver. Also, if you ever seen the Quicksilver movie, or not movie, like the X-Men Days of Future Past kind of thing, where you finally meet Quicksilver, and he just seems like a guy that would do that. Like, in the depths of his mind would be, like, drawing testicles on people's faces and, like, stopping time. They're going back and forth, making time normal or whatever. Although I think the lore of what's his name, I just lost the name of what he was. Him. I think the lore is that he actually, like, he's always perceiving time faster. So, like, I think the same thing was, like, Flash has weird lore in the same way, where it's like, it's insane. Like, they almost go mental because it's not like they can kind of, like, speed up time and slow down. I think Flash can, but I think specifically that one guy, Quicksilver, that's his name, literally is, like, stuck within this, like, everyone just speaks so slowly. And that's why he's in, I just lose your mind. I think there's some weird shit like that. I'm like, that'd be hell. I just was like, hi, my dude. You're like, Jesus. I think a little weird having no dialogue at all. Yeah, that's the other thing that's kind of weird for me, Bolty. Right now, I mean, I guess for my first, like, little foray within the shorts, I didn't want to, every time you add dialogue, like, if our main goal for the whole shorts was, can we signal to YouTube that our channel is in some way VR related, just so that it stops, there's something to compete against the month after month of, like, Let Die videos doing well. 80% of your viewer traffic is like this weird, obscure Souls-like game. Can we throw anything in that to compete with that, to send it like a different signal to YouTube in that sense? And yeah, what do you call it? Right now, I was just like, what is the thing that could theoretically succeed the highest with having, like, very little, what's it called? Like, whenever you inject yourself into something, it has the chance to really, like, charm somebody and, like, pull them into your community. But more often than not, it also has, like, a way of, like, alienating people as well, you know? So I think I want to eventually start getting into, like, taking our short clips and putting them on YouTube in some capacity. But that's also kind of like, it's very different when you have, like, a clear idea of what a short is, so you know exactly what that's going to look like in your head, then you go film it. When it comes to, like, recapping streams, I have to, like, click by, like we stream for 2 hours, I have to, like, click by probably at, like, a significantly slower speed and trying to find, like, one moment that I could caption in a sense that could make people semi-interested in like, what we do, which is much harder because it's just so much content to scrub through. And a lot of other streamers just kind of alleviate this by clipping, like, their chat clip stuff, and it's just always been something that it never really happened with our channel. Because, again, I think it's fair, though, because most people watch our stream to kind of, like, chill out while they're playing video games, and they don't want to have to fucking pause what they're playing to clip something, etc., you know? And also, it sucks when, like, you do all the work to go clip something, and then maybe I'm like, I can't find a good title for it, so then I don't use it, and then eventually your person who's clipping would just be like, I don't want to do it anymore, you're not going to use it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. So it's a kind of it's one of those things that has recoil, you know? Like, I don't know what the best case scenario is besides me just having to, like, scrub through some streams. It makes you wonder what it actually happening in the short. Though the time stop duo moves are... I was about to say, to me, what I've seen when it comes to, like, positive shorts is usually... Like, the title that pops up is usually indicative of what's going to happen. So if you just say, like, hey, this and this, like... Again, if you see a title that says 50... What is it called? 50 arrows versus 50 arrows plus slow time equals whatever. I think people can easily determine what the hell's happening. Also, there's not like a narrative to the shorts necessarily. Not that I'm opposed to that, but these are the first ones I made that I was kind of just like trying to convince myself to do it. And it's so hard. I hate to be like, woe is me, this is terrible. But it's just difficult to be like, what is it called? Here's these 2 videos you have to edit for the Mind Palace of Mana channel with like editing and like voiceover and like a storyline, and people are there for you in some ways too, as well as the mods. And then you go to shorts, which are like, okay, now I have to edit the like scrub through footage, get a clip that kind of makes sense in this way. And then I always find like it takes me a week to do the shorts. It takes me like a week and a half to do the videos. So there's always this weird stagnation. It's not like a fast process. Even though I want it to be, but again, a lot of that's probably just because I overcomplicate stuff. But anyways, last comment says, Raid says, did you say we're streaming all month next month or this month? Probably next month. Next month, the month before Christmas month, which I think is December. I think is that what it is. So the month previous to that, it's October, probably November. Then we're probably streaming all of November. Probably we'll have the same idea of like for 1 week we'll do one thing. So we'll have 4 weeks of us doing one particular thing, because I always just like that. It's easier for us to find out focusing on something, whether that's a whole week of ZZZ, a whole week of maybe VR. That probably not the VR one, maybe the VR one. VR is also hard. Like, it's one of the things that, like, I love VR to bits. It is also exceptionally taxing on your system, like to be able to to try to be talking and having fun and being silly, and then also to be physically exerting yourself constantly, and then also to kind of the way you physically exert yourself is also how interesting the thing is that you're doing. It's just like, holy fuck. Is it ever like a kick in your ass? Nong says November is the stream. Yeah, that seems like what we're gonna probably look like. And it would be cool to find like, yeah, I'm not sure. A part of me wonders, like, I think there's a game coming out. I forget what it was. I think there's a game coming out in November that maybe is a Monster Hunter or something, where maybe we could do like get severely into that. Maybe, I don't know, but we'll see. I think it'd be a good test to just for me to basically try to stream every single day except for Sunday. We'll take off just so I can honestly not even take off, but just try to look through past shorts or past streams and create shorts for them, just so there's something that's not just one thing. And maybe even take a day to make like a YouTube video for Mind Palace of Madness, although I have said previously in one of those videos that I'm thinking about doing this. I just haven't uploaded that video yet. But alas, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, we will be doing more ZZZ. Withering Waves, and also some ZZZ. And it probably will, when we're doing ZZZ at the end of that tomorrow's stream, we'll probably talk about the leaks, because I've been wanting to talk to you guys about that all week, and I keep forgetting to talk about it. Also, by the way, just a heads up, I entirely understand that the whole like month of streaming every day. I think we'll stream at 3 p.m., by the way. That's the plan. Kind of meet in the middle between our 1 p.m. stream and our 5 p.m. streams, streaming at 3 p.m. The reason why I want to stream a little bit earlier so that we can maybe stream longer. So instead of having like 2 hour, 3 hour streams, we can stream maybe for 4 or 5, which I feel like would be a good test too, to see if I can endure all that. And what is it called? I understand that people probably may not be able to show up to every stream, and I also would always probably start this while shouting from the rooftops, it's okay if you guys want to, like,
Lone
take a
Syndicate
break.
said I'll be here for every stream, GRINN.
It's okay if you want to take a break. I don't want you guys to get sick of me. I think that's a big problem of, like, if you're like, man, it's GRINN like twice a week, 3 times a week, just the right amount. Every day? God, what an asshole. I mean, so, like, I'm aware that could be a thing. Take some time away from me if things happen. You have to start getting a little fatigued from your boy. I get it. Trust me, I understand. I have to edit myself constantly. It's a lot. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully I can see you once again tomorrow. We'll be streaming at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and we will be talking about anything and everything, and I hope I can see you guys then. Also, Raid says, just did the math. 1.3 for Zenless Zone 0 will be November 1st. Yeah, so we may start off probably it'll probably be the following week that we'll just go whole hog into Zenless for a little bit. But, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully I can see you once again. Thank you kindly for your time, and goodbye. didn't wink at you properly. Sorry. Something that rhymes with Silent Hill. It's dumb. Hell nah. It has to be in October if we did it. Anyways, no.